Today's podcast is brought to you by Gamefly.com. Sign up today for a premium free 30-day, 2-game-at-a-time trial specifically for listeners of Can't Stop Playing. All you gotta do is go to www.gameflyoffer.com/ghostrobo and you can get in on the holiday gaming goodness. Again, that's www.gameflyoffer.com/ghostrobo. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today is Friday, November 20th. Thank God it's Pod Day. Welcome to episode 35 of the Can't Stop Playing podcast. I'm your host, Zachary Ghost Robo. Joining me are two guests. One is his room is covered in peas, and his name is Claire.
I'd like to think I'm not a guest anymore, by the way.
Oh,
I'm here.
Right. Okay. Oh, okay. Hold on. Joining me, my co-host.
There you go.
And Gabe has this new system where he requests a strange name to be introduced as every week. I think it's like, I feel like it's like your midlife crisis, like you're wishing you were someone you aren't.
Yeah. And it's always a female, so this time it's Claire, yeah. That's me.
So, that's Gabe, volatile Gabe.
Henceforth, for the next 14 hours, not that the podcast is 14 hours, but if you text me within the next 14 hours, you got to say Claire or I'm not responding.
Gabe, I think like you are ready to play, you're ready for like a Christmas play to play Jesus.
To play Jesus because of the beard?
Yeah. It is growing and growing and growing.
That's what happens when you don't touch it.
Listen, I have like minimal facial hair, but when it gets to a certain length, like I can feel it on my face and I just can't handle that. I can't stand that at all. Do you ever get to a point where you're like, I feel like I have like a 5-pound weight on my chin?
I do wonder how much it weighs. I don't know how much it weighs. I don't.
You should just shave it all off and weigh it?
No, I'll feel weird. I haven't shaved since high school, Zachary. A razor has not touched my face since high school. So, no, that would feel weird. I'm not doing that.
You should, though.
Can't do it.
You can't? Like, so you're never going to shave again, ever?
I don't know. I mean, if someone dies, and if, like... and if one of their last wishes was, hey, Gabe, please shave, I'll do it.
Why does death make you... Just like you have to have a change of face, then a change of attitude?
Like, okay, super, like, I'm not trying to get super personal, right? But there was a death in the family, like a year and a half ago, right?
Okay.
There was a funeral. I don't want to show up to a funeral like this, so like, I shaved. Well, not fully shaved. I trimmed it all off, but I still had a beard.
So if I take you to a funeral, then you'll shave?
Depends on who dies.
This is getting really morbid. Let's move on to another guest who hopefully has more fun stuff to talk about. All the way from across the pond, land of the cranky, home of the rain, Scott. What's your middle name, Scott?
Wayne.
Scott Wayne. Game Riot.
He's Batman.
Wow.
I didn't know that was your middle name. That's amazing. I don't have a middle name.
This is my dad's name. So.
Wow.
And the reason we have good old SW on is because we're talking about SW here. Star Wars is the main focus point of the show, so we had to bring on the guy with the initials that match the property. Battlefront, Fallout 4, delays, and more, and value proposition.
Good delays.
Bad delays.
Fantastic.
Horrible
I
delays.
I love it.
Gabe loves delays. So for all you fans of Deus Ex, Battleborn, or Mirror's Edge, you can send hate mail to Gabe at can'tstopasking@gmail.com.
Delays are never a bad thing. Never.
Delays are very much a bad thing.
I don't think so.
Okay, tell me that the Arkham Knight delay was not a bad thing. The one where they basically lied.
I don't care.
Okay.
Like, imagine, okay, if this game is the one we got now, imagine if we would have had that thing when we were originally supposed to in 2014.
Maybe it was better.
How, Zachary? How?
They had to,
How does 6 to 9 extra months make the game worse?
Because they made so many graphical passes on it that they had to cut content.
I doubt it. All right, whatever. Two things I want to address very quickly.
Okay.
Non-related. Okay, Scott, you should grow like a crazy beard like mine. That's one. We'll just leave that there. I just think you should grow a crazy beard.
I like how you're sort of slowly turning into like Santa in time for Christmas. Like slowly morphing into a friendly Santa.
Okay, will you dye the beard white for our holiday episode?
I can, but we got to stop promising things like that because, certain people keep asking, you guys never wore the costume for the podcast. I know I never wore a costume. I'm aware. They're telling me this like I don't know that we didn't do it. I know.
Do you have a Star Wars shirt on, by the way?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Ooh.
I mean, I guess I could do this, but the green screen's kind of messed up. But yeah, there you go.
Is it Force Awakens or is it like the old trilogy?
It's just a Star Wars shirt that I ordered online. I don't know. I just saw it at some website. I don't even remember.
What is your second important matter here?
That's not important. It's just that I'm sorry for the horrible green back there. I know it looks hideous.
I like it. It makes me think like I'm in a bowl of soup.
A bowl of soup?
I feel like I'm dipping down into some split pea soup, just chilling, nice and warm in this cold winter weather.
I really hope you're not eating any soup that's this color.
Split pea soup.
Pea soup?
I had this one organic. I normally I thought split pea soup was disgusting. There's this one that was like split pea soup with organic ham, and it was pretty good.
Organic ham?
Organic ham?
It's still pig. How is this organic?
It's like natural pig.
All pigs are natural pigs.
No, some pigs are like fed hormones. Some pigs are grown on like a clone farm. Some pigs are.
Ooh, okay. So is this Star Wars? Are we leading into Star Wars here with the clones?
We can lead directly into Star Wars. Speaking of clones, I kind of wish that it had the first trilogy in the game for some extra content, because to me the strongest point of Battlefront is the diversity of the maps.
Wait,
and
you
the
said
modes.
the first trilogy. Hoth is there.
Okay, the
prequels, you mean? I hope you don't mean the prequels.
The number 1, 2, and 3 movies.
No, that's a prequel trilogy. No, why would you want that?
Because then there'd be more planets, more characters, and more maps.
But no one likes that series.
Yeah, I don't think anyone likes them.
But I would like the maps that you don't have to have Jar Jar just because you have the Gungan battlefield. Let's go to Naboo.
I don't want to go to Naboo.
I do. Okay, to me, I love the fact that you go into Solace and you've got the lava and you've got all that stuff, and then Endor is super cool with. I honestly think, I will say this right now, Endor is the best multiplayer map I've ever seen.
That's ridiculous.
It delivers what Destiny should have been in terms of a lush jungle, all sorts of foliage. You can run through the trees. Trees are falling down. There's high places, low places. You can run through logs. There's tunnels. It's gorgeous. It looks good.
So this beats Evolve, does it? This map. This map is that good? Is that good? Is that just destroyed Evolve maps?
It is better than Evolve maps.
I'm not saying it's not a great map. It is, but to say something like it's the best multiplayer map of all time, that's just
from a feel standpoint, maybe not from a layout. Okay, I know it's not whatever that stupid CS Counter-Strike map is that everyone likes. What's the one they love?
I don't know. I don't play CS.
I don't play that.
Okay, great.
No, I'm just saying that. I mean, there's been a lot of multiplayer games.
It is the most gorgeous level ever.
I mean,
it does look
sure.
good. The whole game looks good, though.
It's also a new game. Of course, the GoldenEye levels aren't as gorgeous.
it delivers my forest fantasy, Gabe. Can you
Sure.
not try to rain on my Bambi parade here?
Sure.
I've always wanted a lush jungle level, and Destiny didn't give us any of that. And
No,
now
it didn't.
we have this game that has lots of jungles. Tomb Raider has lots of forests.
Yeah, wait, why did you have an expectation of Destiny offering you a jungle?
Because Destiny talked about that, and a lot of their concept art showed ooh, we're gonna go in these jungly environments and stuff.
I don't know, man. I think this jungle thing is weird.
Why are you laughing at my jungle? Why?
It's ridiculous. I don't know.
But I know how many games really have foliage. Even games where they have lush environments. I care. It's important to run through all the trees and the leaves. It's beautiful.
All right.
You say that you don't like Uncharted, though. The gameplay. They had loads of foliage.
There you go.
In
A
it.
lot of foliage there.
And you say you still don't like it. So.
But it's small. Drake's his shoulders up are exposed. This one, you can get totally covered in the trees. You can hide in the bushes and no one can see you.
Okay.
So Assassin's Creed, you love this.
No, Assassin's Creed has low-lying foliage.
Yeah, but you crouch and it covers. All right, let's move off of the foliage, man. Star Wars.
Endor is great. The map diversity is really fun.
But
it's only 4 maps, isn't it? I think isn't Jakku going to be the same as the other desert map?
I'm sure it's different. I don't know. I mean, we haven't played it.
It's quite similar.
It's not out, right?
It's coming out 1st December, I believe.
Okay, so a couple weeks from now.
Yeah.
Battle of Jakku. Zachary, how excited for that are you?
I'm very excited.
How excited?
It's got the foliage in it.
I think new maps are really good. And I hope that the DLC will bring another planet. I honestly think if they would have added a couple more planets, or if they would have incorporated the prequel trilogy, I feel like it would feel that much better. Because once you run through that cycle of Hoth, Tatooine, Solace, and Endor, granted there are different maps within the planets based on the modes, but once you run through that, you're kind of okay, but I don't know. It fills a very weird space for me, because yes, it's lacking in content, and Gabe, I know that's what you want to get to. There's really not a whole lot there, but it is undeniably fun, and it is a game that doesn't have the stress or the sort of obsession for perfection that Call of Duty has. Oh god, I got to get this kill streak. I got to have a high KDR. I got to, blah blah blah. You can go and die 20 times and still have a good round and still have fun, because the objectives are more important than, your ultimate kill death line. I find it still insanely fun.
It is, absolutely. Just like Evolve's insanely fun. It was for a little while. But, like, you're going to get tired of these things. And I mean, what publisher in 2015 thinks okay to release a game without a campaign for $60? Do it. Release it for $40. Man, imagine this was a $40 game. People would love it. But since it's $60, and I'm not saying that this is the right thing, but since it's $60 and there is like such a small amount of content on here, or content that you want to play over and over, because it's going to be the same stuff like day in and day out. I don't know. Something has to give. I was telling you when I text you, like, I hope that this is like a big like swinging factor where, people will complain, and people will complain because there is no single player and because whatever is in this game is super limited, no matter how fun it is. I hope they learn from this. They just I read an article today saying that there was going to be Battlefront sequels. Can you imagine a Battlefront sequel without single player at all?
It just makes no sense. I keep seeing games like Evolve, Titanfall, Battleborn. They're all sort of multiplayer-centric games, but there's not enough content in there for like just a multiplayer experience. There's like a few maps, a few modes, and you get bored very, very quickly. I think if they released Battlefront and said all the DLC in the future is included, it's free, that would make more sense to me. I think. I just feel like the fact they're adding like a season pass onto it, it adds up to like £95 or like $100 or something. It's a lot of money for like a multiplayer game. It's great and stuff, but it lacks that sort of depth and the quantity we want in a game, I think.
I think having everything like free, I think that would be like a perfect solution. Yeah. I guess, like, even though, okay, you're putting out like a game that is technically like, I guess, unfinished, but $100 for everything in Battlefront. How many hours is anyone going to really play Battlefront? I've played close to 20 hours of it. Like, I can't see myself playing that much more. And yes, it's really, really fun. It's absolutely fun. Gameplay is great. It's a beautiful game. It's absolutely astonishing how Star Wars this feels. And I like the game a lot. But just how long is anyone going to play this for? Like,
I think, is the issue, though, no single player, or is the issue a dearth of content? Because I feel like it has the same problems Titanfall had, where I didn't mind that Titanfall didn't have a single player. I minded that there was very low variety in the guns. I minded that leveling up didn't really acquire you a whole lot of new good stuff. I minded that, the modes after a while kind of got, dull and boring. I mean, I'm looking at stats. This is back from 2011, but Activision was talking about how only 18% of players finished Black Ops single-player campaign back then. And I would say that the number has declined since then, just based on gameplay and patterns. And so if you're looking at single player, 15% of people finish it. I don't know that Battlefront needs a single player. I think it just needs a more complete suite of features and of gameplay variety. Imagine if this game had, let's say all the prequel planets, or let's say it had a survival mode that was endless, more like Halo Firefight instead of these 15-wave capped, these capped missions. Or if they, delivered a complex kill streak system or a leveling up system that felt, because let's be honest, like there are like 12 or 15 blasters, and literally they all feel the same.
They do.
Like,
well, most of them, because there's different class. Like,
it's basically just fire rate, power, and then it shoots in a straight line. So yeah.
And you can't customize them in any way, like not visually, not attachment wise. Like you can't put a bigger magazine on them, can you? As far as I know, you can't change the sights. Like there's nothing.
There's no customization, and even though they do have character customization, it's like you want a bald girl, you want a bearded guy, you want a hat guy, and I mean, there's so many options within Star Wars for aliens. Like, I was really bummed to see that they left the Rebel aliens to the latest unlocks. Like, that is your big reward.
And it's very, very expensive as well. Like, it takes a lot of leveling up to unlock those characters, which is annoying.
And it would be so much cooler if you were in the battlefield and saw all this variety. I think even that alone would open up the game a bit. And, sure, you can say, like, a single player would be great, and I would hope it would be great. I think it's very fun, but to me, it's more the fact that, like, hey, they're really delivering a bare bones package, and yet me and you and Scott are saying, like, this is an issue. I still think this thing pushes 10 million copies easily.
Star Wars, not just the world has Star Wars fever right now. I don't think Star Wars has ever been as popular as it is now. They're very close to making all $4 billion in 1 year that Disney bought this thing for. Two things very quickly. I agree with you that maybe single player isn't the answer. But it just hurts. Like, it almost hurts my soul to see like how beautiful this looks and how good the AI. The AI is actually pretty competent. Like, if you play on the harder levels, like there's such a foundation here for a really good story if they were to just do it. But they're not doing it. I get it. Not everyone finishes stories. Actually, it's a very low percentage that goes out there and plays and finishes the campaign. So the investment isn't worth it for them. But I'd be lying if I said I didn't want that. The other thing, the games that I always come back to as far as being like super multiplayer centric and still being successful, I never heard a single player complain about it. Left 4 Dead. The way that they did like the little campaigns where you had to get from one point to another and you just had to do this whole traversal thing and you're killing zombies on the way. Why not do something like that where you know that very lush forest that you're talking about? Why not have something on one side where you're trying to get there, and between you and that is this battlefield and you're trying to like get through there, and you can change weapons on the fly by finding them. There's different enemy types on the way. Why not do something like that instead of, like we said, it's a 15 wave based mode,
right?
Like, why not like try to do something different? Because the single player stuff that is in here, I mean, because there is technically single player stuff, it's just not story based. It's just not story.
It's a viable one like train, isn't it? I wish there's just like even like a tiny bit of like story in it, like perhaps help Luke out or something in survival mode, or just some sort of element of like story dialogue that sort of fleshed out the missions a little bit.
No dialogue, please. They can keep the dialogue. It sounds
dialogue
terrible.
is pretty bad, but okay, well, good dialogue then. About the real characters, I don't know. It's awkward.
I just think like the focus is, man, why is there no single player? And I was thinking about it this morning before we started recording, and like, how often do we complain about single player games not having multiplayer? Never. So to me, it's not the fact that it's not bridging both sides of that playing field. It's the fact that the content doesn't feel worthy. Because you speak about Left 4 Dead, they're having multiplayer games in the past that feel feature complete, and we'd be okay with it, And so I don't think it's so much that it's a multiplayer only. I think it's that they really were like, you could do a multiplayer only game that felt complete. You look at Call of Duty, and I think if Black Ops 3 removed single player and had the full zombies thing and had the full multiplayer thing and all the different elements there, I mean, supply drops and the fact that you can mix liquids for zombies to create new gobble gum and like all of that, I think this game then would be totally fine. And I think that would be totally fine to stand on its own. It's the fact that this is a pretty simplified suite of multiplayer games, and like, let's talk about the good stuff for a second. Like, the modes are pretty fun. There are quite a few. I have found Droid Run and Heroes vs. Villains to be an insane amount of just a blast of like Star Wars and just great tension, where that Heroes vs. Villains in particular, it's 3 heroes versus 3 villains with 3 supporting grunts on each side. So you're at 6 on 6, 3 people are heroes. The goal is to take out the other team of heroes or villains, and it's the first one to do that 5 times wins, and you can draw if the time expires. But like, there's some insane moments where you're like, I'm Han Solo, they've got Palpatine and Vader, I've got Solo and 3 grunts, and we have to like somehow all rush at the right time, split Vader and Palpatine, try to take one out, then get the other, hope for like the right shots. That is really, really clutch gameplay and just moments that I will remember.
That is a great game mode. I love that one. And to be fair, they're not grunts. They're actually controlled by actual humans. It's
I just mean grunts in the sense of like
soldiers,
normal foot troops.
Soldiers. And you can spawn like as the elite soldiers, like either Leia's honor guard or Palpatine's shock troopers. And like, there is some really smart and cool design stuff there. It just feels like they didn't push it. Like they kind of, I don't know if it was time constraint, money constraint. A lot of people have supposed, oh, maybe they had to rush this out for the movie. I have no idea if that's the case, but it sure seems plausible.
Well, I heard from the developers it is hard because Disney is very restrictive. So they've got to get every gun approved. Every gun's got to be in the film in some way. Mm-hmm. And they are quite restrictive. So they have to approve like every gun, every element of like the level. And it's
really?
Disney has been quite difficult apparently. But
yeah. I mean, and I don't mean for us to sound like we're like harping on the game. Like, I still think it's a very good game, but the fact that it's missing so much stops it from being a great game, or maybe even an amazing game. Because we always talk about like games on a technical level and them not running well. This game runs perfectly. I never have any issues. It's beautiful to look at. The sound design is on point.
The servers seem solid and have been. I mean, I know there was that initial launch night. Some PS4 users, I think, struggled even connecting or getting the game to work, but other than that, like, it plays like it in terms of matchmaking and stuff. There's no issue getting into games or no lag or slowdown there at all.
Yeah.
I think this is one of the best games in terms of like sound though, like the music, like so Star Wars, the lasers going off, the explosions, the sound design in this is amazing, and the graphics are like top notch as well. Like it's very, very impressive the way they've done the game.
They do a lot of things well, and I think that's why like it hurts a little bit extra that we wish there was more.
Do you think there's any part of them in terms of EA that was like, hey, we're going to intentionally leave out single player so that we can push our visceral Amy Hennig Star Wars game next year or whenever that comes out, so we can keep these separate, keep sales high for both. We've got the multiplayer game, we got the single player game. We don't really want to have them cross streams at all.
I mean, I don't know if that's what EA was thinking per se, but it makes sense, I guess. Like business wise, it makes perfect sense. You said it yourself. The completion rate for single player stuff, it's not super high. You can tell just based off trophies. I don't know if you saw, but for Fallout 4. 14% of people haven't even left the vault,
which is absolutely absurd to me. What are they doing? Are they stuck?
I
Have
think
they just not played.
Yeah, I think it has to be that they just haven't played. I don't think anyone's like stuck on the vault. Like
it's a very time consuming game. Even that first bit takes like an hour to get out the vault. It does take time.
If you know what you're doing, you can get out quickly. But yeah, like if you're taking your time, an hour and a half, it isn't out of the realm of possibility. But for 15%, close to 15% of people to just not make it out, that's weird.
I want to get an update on that number like next month. Like, 13% still stuck in the vault. They're locked in there forever. They're really living the fantasy of 200 years in.
Yeah, what if somebody built an underground bunker in their backyard? They locked themselves down there with Fallout, and they're literally just in the vault living their life.
Yeah, it's like game meets reality.
Yeah,
that would be pretty awesome. I also really like Droid Run. I think that mode is, it does hurt. I get what you're saying, Gabe, because like there's some really great ideas here. Like I think moving capture points is like a genius idea, and then.
A lot of games do that. A game that I'm going to talk about in a little while, Paladins, it does that.
Cool. And I do think there's some... I feel like the map design is uneven. There's one map in particular that I really don't like at all. And it's one on Tatooine where there's two elevated platforms on the sides and then like a tarped area in the center. Yeah. I think that map is horrible. And I also like... Walker Assault, I think, is fantastic. It's a really fun mode just to like push for a high score, see how many you can kill.
I'm glad they fixed it.
Did they?
Like, yeah, it's
I never see the Rebels win.
Yeah, it's fixed. It's doable. It's still a little bit more difficult, but I think it's supposed to be.
Hoth, man. First of all, I love that it's called Outpost Beta and it's from the beta. That's just absolute genius. But like I've seen the Rebels win once of all the Walker Assault, and Hoth they never even come remotely close because the end place on Hoth is this like wide open battlefield. And you literally can't go anywhere. The AT-ATs just kill you. I recorded a video last night. I think I died 16 times, and I swear 14 of the 16 were from AT-ATs, AT-STs, and turrets, not even from humans.
Yeah,
you can use the ion torpedo, though. That takes it out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
From quite far away as well. So I think it's just once the knowledge of like the rebels gets hopefully stronger, they can actually fight and have a decent fight, at least like 40-60 or something.
What do you have any like... I feel like a lot of games really succeed on if they have those moments where you can like kind of tell that awesome story. Do you have any from Battlefront yet where like, oh my god, this crazy cool thing happened?
There's a lot. That's the thing. There's a lot of super amazing moments here. Mm-hmm. Flying Boba Fett's ship. I forget what it's called. Something one.
The Slave.
Slave one. Flying that thing for the first time. That's pretty epic. The same can be said for any of the big ships that everybody knows about. Flying those things, it's awesome, especially flying them in first person, which you can do. I like that you can switch flying in first person. It's fun. Besides that, I have more fun seeing the gifts that come out of this. I mean, everybody's seen the one where Luke just like force pushes this one guy, and then I don't know, it was an X-Wing or a TIE fighter comes and crashes into the body right as he's falling off a ledge. Have you guys seen that gif?
Yeah, it's from the beta, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
I don't know where it's from. I just keep seeing the gif and I love it every time.
My favorite moment, I was Han and I was getting chased by Vader, and like the knowledge that he can lightsaber throw you, he can choke, just like sprinting, and Han has that like charge move where you like, sprint forward even faster for a little bit and just running through Endor, trying to avoid him, like turning around, trying to get some shots on him, and then keep running, like just some really good stuff. I feel like the hero gameplay is where you get sort of that like wish fulfillment moment of like, I'm part of Star Wars. I think they designed those characters really well. Like, I like playing as all of them, and even in the survival mode where you do the hero battles, and if you put that on like master difficulty, it gets pretty tense because you have to protect your hero. You have to really try to like seek out the health drops that appear. Yeah, like there is some like really cool stuff there. I just think it's going to be constantly watered down by the fact that like we wish there was more. And Gabe, like you were talking about like a Left 4 Dead thing, I think a scenario based multiplayer would have been great. Almost like if you remember in Modern Warfare how they had like the co-op missions, like the challenges, like the little, like 3 minute
something like
missions.
that would have been fantastic.
Like a time-based thing where you could try and like, oh, we've got to get here and activate this, or get here and take this guy out, or I don't know. That could have really been
because the wave-based thing that could have been one mode, and the hero-based thing one mode, and have a couple of more, and you know, make them specific to maps. Like, because doing the hero single player stuff, although fun, it's exactly the same on every map, and it's a very small map.
Yeah.
You're just out there trying to get to 100 before the NPCs do, and it's not that tough. The playing on master, obviously, it gets tougher, but the only saving grace that I can think of is maybe playing co-op is a little bit better, but I haven't done it.
It's still the same thing. It's just easier.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Star Wars.
It's a good game though. It really is. I don't want to like sound like we hate it, because I personally don't hate it. I think it's good.
It does fit like a different feel. Like it's not Battlefield with, you know, Boba Fett and Luke Skywalker. It's not Call of Duty with Star Wars weapons. I think it would be better served if it was a little more like Call of Duty, at least from the upgrade and the, you know, the leveling up, the progression system. It just needs something else, and maybe that's what they can bring to a sequel. Hopefully, I think it'll be very telling. You know, Titanfall, obviously developed by EA or published by EA as well. What does Titanfall 2 look like? I think that will give us a real indicator of what Battlefront 2 will eventually look like.
I think they have said that Titanfall 2 will have like a campaign. I think. Okay. I'm pretty sure they've said that.
I'm pretty sure he confirmed it. The lead designer or director or something.
Yeah. I think it was Vincent Pella.
I mean, it's even weird that like Battlefield has a single player campaign, and that's obviously more multiplayer focused. I just find that weird as well, that they've just ignored it for Battlefront completely.
Yeah.
Also, do you feel like the heroes and villains are? I feel like the villains are a slight advantage in terms of Boba Fett's really good. Got two Jedis, which are the Emperor and Darth Vader. I feel like it's more sided towards the villains. I'm not sure if you agree.
At least Palpatine doesn't have a lightsaber, because having that lightning plus the lightsaber that he can like do stuff with, that would have been OP, I think. Yeah.
That's my favorite move in the game. His torpedo thing, like this super old man who can't move. All of a sudden, he's just like, wow, like gymnastics spiraling through the skies.
I just want to see Yoda like really badly, just jumping around like crazy.
I think Yoda's coming. I think Yoda's,
oh yeah, definitely.
I'm pretty sure. I would make any bet with anyone about Yoda coming. He has to be one of the ones.
I think, here's my prediction. I think you get Kylo Ren and Phasma on the evil side, so then you have 2 characters who are projectile and 2 characters who are close, and then I think on the good guys' side, you will get Finn and Rey, and Finn will be a Jedi, and Rey, well, I mean, they're whatever, but he'll have a lightsaber and Rey will have a gun.
Yeah, cause, I mean, we don't know that they're Jedi. Rey has that staff. Why would they give her a gun?
Okay, she could have the staff. Personally, I like the gun-based characters better. I feel like you can protect yourself and deal more damage.
Han Solo is like really good, I think.
Yeah.
And Boba Fett.
I like Leia and Palpatine because they can like poop out health, and that's like so valuable.
They can poop out health. Yeah,
it's super smart. It's super great. You like throw up that shield as Leia, get your health out, and you're like, come at me.
I think Boba Fett, like, he's the one though. You get to fly around. You have the flamethrower. You have the missile. Like, he's the one that's the most fun. Like, even more fun than Vader, I think.
And the gun is really good as well. Like, it takes them out so quickly.
Yeah.
I almost wish that, I know you've got like, the thermal grenades and the ion torpedoes, but I almost wish that the feeling you get when you activate like the bumper perks with Han Solo or with Palpatine is so grand. I wish that they would have found a way to incorporate that into the other modes. So like in Walker Assault, where, you know, the heroes are so sparse, like, man, a kill streak or something, because that is really cool when you can activate like Han's like accuracy boost or stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's just, it's really fun. Or when you get to be the shock trooper and you get that like the rocket, different things like that. Same with the honor guard. Like, I guess it's to make those classes feel more special. Maybe that's good, but it just seems like it's like missing like one thing. Oh, one thing I will say is when you're playing by yourself online, sometimes it pairs you with a partner and sometimes it doesn't. And when you don't have a partner, you're at such a disadvantage because you spawn all the way back at the start, and then you have to spend like the first 30 seconds of every life like running to the action. Whereas if you have a partner, you can spawn with them. And I don't understand the system of how sometimes I'll have a partner, and then like sometimes midway through the match, it's like there's no partner. Like, oh, okay, guys, I guess I'm just.
I mean, and why not have like a party of 8 as well? Like, why is it only literally one person I can like partner with? It just makes no sense. I don't get it.
I think it's the Metacritic score right now is 76. I think that's fine. I think the reviews are being more than fair to it. I know IGN gave it an 8. I know Polygon gave it an 8.
I think an 8's probably about right. Probably.
Yeah, I think that's totally fair.
I do think it's fun that I feel like in today's day and age we use the scale of 7 to 10, and like that's all that ever gets used. Like
no, well, I mean, because anything below that's a bad game. I don't think.
Why is below 7 bad?
Why?
7 is not bad.
No, 7's good. And what's less than good? Decent, right? If you're a 6, you're a decent. I definitely don't think this is a 6.
5 should be an average game.
Yeah, agreed. And I don't think this is an average game.
No, it's not. I'm just saying, like, I think it's funny that, like, if you look at Metacritic, how many games are in like the 40s or the 50s or the 60s?
A lot.
Are they?
Yeah.
I guess they're just not the ones I'm playing.
Yeah, I mean, it's
because we're playing the AAA games, aren't we? We're playing the Fallouts, we're playing the Battlefronts, we're playing.
And it's been a good year. Also, like, there's plenty of you. Tony Hawk definitely has been over 5.
There we go. Good old Tony Hawk 5. I'm having like post-release depression of like all the games are out.
Just Cause is coming.
Yeah, Just Cause, man.
That's the real. I like that game. Not over like he doesn't like open world games.
You get to play the Rainbow Six beta next week or in 2 weeks, Zach.
Woo.
And then you get the full game in a week after.
All 4 maps. Woo.
Is it 4 maps? Because you keep saying that. I don't know if you're joking.
I just feel like if Battlefront ran into a wall of content issues, I feel like Rainbow Six is gonna get blasted.
The only thing that will save is that it has Terrorist Hunt. That's the only thing that.
But it's not even the same as like the OG Terrorist Hunt.
I see. I don't know that. I haven't.
It's not.
Okay, see, so you're better informed than me. I don't know what it is. When they say, "Oh, it has Terrorist Hunt," I feel like it's the OG version. It's not.
No.
What is it then?
It's a little bit different, and I know the biggest fans that I've ever heard of that mode are the guys from Rebel FM, and they were very disappointed by what Terrorist Hunt is in Rainbow Six.
Yeah, because even like up until like a couple years ago, they would still play Vegas 2.
Right, and they still want to play Vegas and Vegas 2.
Yeah, all right.
I don't know. I think like I do hope you're right though that this does like Rainbow Six and Star Wars make these companies realize like, hey, $50 season passes plus $60 multiplayer only games with slim content. Ooh.
Yeah.
Scott is ready for Rainbow Six Vegas 2.
I installed it to my Xbox One, so.
The what?
I installed it to my Xbox One, so I can play.
Oh, okay.
Backwards compatible.
We should play Vegas 2, Terrorist
Definitely.
There we go.
Yeah.
I do hope though that this does lead them to make changes.
I hope so too.
Speaking of changes,
Rainbow Six though, sorry about that. I just ruined your whole transition.
That's all right.
Rainbow Six is like exactly the same as Battlefront, exactly the same as Evolve, exactly the same as Titanfall.
Yeah.
Battle Ball, and it's just like the multiplayer game, which everyone just says not enough content.
But I do think that
I
feel like Rainbow Six is going to have even a bigger problem because I feel like the modes that is such a very specific game type.
They have more than that though. There has to be, right?
Okay, but like, are they going to have TDM? Are they going to have like domination?
I don't know.
Sure, don't think so.
I don't know.
And I think that season pass once
that
you
season
see
pass
that
is a problem.
They're in for a world of hurt.
Yeah. It looks like a very Ubisoft game as well. It looks a little bit, I call it jaggedy. It doesn't look very sharp. Like, I feel like a sort of, I feel like Ubisoft just hasn't bothered upgrading their like graphics engine since like Assassin's Creed 2. If it was exactly the same graphics every game, like
did you see that
sharper?
That EA is diving into the big action open world game space?
I saw that.
If it looks as good as Battlefront, then that could be cool.
Yeah.
What's this? Sorry,
Jade Raymond's team at EA is heading up a new one of the genres that they say EA is missing is like an Assassin's Creed style like big open world action game.
Yeah. Okay.
So they're like they announced that Jade Raymond is leading a team working on some I don't know what it's going to be, History Man, and he goes back in time and fights people in ancient cities just like Assassin's Creed. But if it's going to be on Frostbite or Frostbite 2. Maybe it'll be a jungle simulator game. We can just run through the forest of Endor.
There we go. Let's just pillage through the jungle.
Zachary. Gabriel.
I need your help.
Okay, I'm here for you, buddy.
All right. I lost my wallet again.
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 Gabe, I've told you this. You have to keep it in your pocket.
I can't.
Why
You know
not? Why?
Because I have my 3DS in my pocket. And I need games for it, Zachary. Fallout just came out. Battlefront, Tomb Raider, Black Ops, and I want to play them all, but I can't afford them all.
You sure can't play them on your 3DS, so I hope you have
I
other
can't
systems
play them on
at
my
home.
3DS.
You can't. Should have left that wallet in your pocket instead of that 3DS.
Well, too late. Too late. Now, I don't know what to do. Are you going to send me them? Send them. Send them.
Gabe, I got.
Look, I'm gonna tell you what I'm.
myself.
Let me tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go look for my wallet,
Okay.
and by the time I get back home, I want these games at my front door. Make it happen.
Gabe, we only have one thing we can resort to then.
What is it?
That's Gamefly.com.
What's that?
Gamefly.com is the place for a person like you. Someone who can't keep track of their wallet. Someone who goes out dancing and forgets to save some of their money for games. You just spend it all on those tap shoes, Gabe. I've told you this.
Dancing is expensive. I needed a new top hat. I needed a new cane. Hey, I had to do it. I'm sorry. Games had to take a backseat, but now you're telling me I can play as many games as I want, right?
You can. And Gamefly will bring them straight to your door. You can go out dancing, come home, and you'll have new games waiting for you. The newest titles: Black Ops 3, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Fallout 4. You want them? They've got them.
I want them. How do I make this happen?
Well, Gabe, you can sign up, and thankfully, Gamefly has partnered with us here at Can't Stop Playing for an exclusive special premium free 30-day trial. All you got to do is go to gameflyoffer.com/ghostrobo, and you can get yourself a 30-day free trial with 2 games at a time. So maybe you pair up Tomb Raider and Fallout, play them for a couple weeks. Maybe then you pair up Black Ops 3 and Star Wars Battlefront, play them for a few weeks. And you know what the best part is, Gabe?
What's the best part?
Totally free trial. No commitment necessary.
You said 30 days?
30 whole days.
That's a lot of days. That's a lot of days.
Knowing how you don't sleep, you could probably beat all the games that came out.
You could for sure have your time with Battlefront and Call of Duty in those 30 days.
Absolutely. And if you decide, hey, I really like this Fallout thing, I like this dog meat guy, I could use a pet, you can buy it at a discounted rate and keep it for yourself without ever having to send it back.
That sounds pretty good, actually.
There's no late fees.
Okay, no late. Yeah, late fees are the worst.
Especially for a guy like you that loses his wallet, loses his pants,
Yeah.
loses his mind.
I don't know where my pants are right now.
That's... Okay, we're gonna have to...
Do you think GameFly can help me find my pants?
GameFly is looking to add pants, but they don't have them yet. But they do, Gabe. They do have GameCube, PlayStation 2, some of those old classics that I know you love.
I do love them.
So you want to play Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2 before the movie comes out? They can hook you up.
You read my mind. That's all I want to do.
That's all. What about, you want to play... What if you could dance while you were flying?
Can I play Just Dance 2012? Is that even a thing?
Probably. If it is, GameFly's got it. And you can even order these games from their app or from your computer. So you want to do it on the go. Maybe you're out on the dance floor and you're like, you're grooving out there. You got your groove on. And you're like, you know what? I need some Mario Tennis Ultra Smash in my life. I want to serve it up with Lucy. Then you plug in that app. You go on. You call for the game, and they will bring it straight to your door.
That sounds perfect. Tell me, where is this link that I can click? Is it in the description somewhere? Is it on screen? Where am I going to find this?
It's everywhere. It's
everywhere.
It's everywhere you walk, everywhere you live, everywhere you breathe. GameflyOffer.com/GhostRobo, and you can get 30 days of free GameFly goodness. 2 games out at a time. Any games that you want. Play all the latest and greatest that you may have missed or may not be able to afford. And you don't even have to leave your house.
And of course, it supports us.
It does.
Right. So
if you want to support Gabe's crazy dancing habits, you want to support my ridiculous amiibo habits, then you'll be doing us a favor and doing yourself a favor. GameflyOffer.com/GhostRobo. Cure your gaming malaise and make sure you don't end up like poor Gabriel. If you want to talk about a game that doesn't have a lot of density, talk about Fallout 4.
Oh, shut up.
There's not a lot of trees. That's just a factual statement. I'm not criticizing.
There's trees.
It's a Fallout, for Christ's sake. The trees don't
There's
survive.
like 3 on screen. It's not a criticism. It's just a fact. Not everything has to be like a positive.
All right, Zach. If a nuclear
I'm not criticizing. It's just a statement.
All right.
Lay off.
What about Fallout?
I thought we could do another dive into our Fallout 4 stories, where we talk about just a few of our favorite moments the last week of playing.
Okay, I have a lot.
Okay, well, give me one.
I had 2 death claws, Yeah, like I had one Deathclaw follow me the whole way, and I somehow ended up going into another Deathclaw. So one Deathclaw's pretty bad enough, and yeah, fighting to him, it's a fucking mess. There's no way you can win. I just had to reload a save. I thought that was really fun.
You thought it was really fun to have to reload a save?
Well, yeah, I mean, just
okay.
The way it happened, like encountering two Deathclaws, which are not like super common enemies. You only see them in certain areas.
So was that in the glowing sea or?
Slight spoilers. We're not going to get super deep into.
That's
like,
not a spoiler. That's just mentioned.
Yes, that's where though.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I sort of walked past one and he didn't see me, and then I saw one next to a cave. I just walked past him really quietly.
Those scorpions are so annoying. I hate
those. And the weird fly thingies. I hate them.
Yeah. It's terrible. Zach, tell us something about how much you played the game.
All right, so your favorite moment was that you had to reload and there was all these annoying enemies. My favorite moment, well, I really love the fact that your main character knows everyone's name, even though she's never met them. She's like, Daniel, or like
really?
Phoebe,
I've noticed that.
John, and you're like, what? But I really like when you go, I'm still behind you guys, but I really like when you go into the mayor's office and he says, if you have Piper with you, he says, like, I refuse to talk to you if Piper's in here. So I commanded Piper to leave. First of all, I love that these people obey you so well. Like, they're just like trained slaves.
Like dogs, basically. Like dog meat.
Second of all, I love that, like, I told her to go outside and I closed the door and he said, thanks, that's better. And then I hear the door open behind me and Piper walks in and he just keeps talking. I was like, this is absolutely amazing. But no, that was pretty cool. And
what the hell was that?
What's that
I mean, it was cool in like a really weird way. No, but I also I really like Nick Valentine's character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
I really like that thing.
What do you mean thing? He's like synthetic.
Okay, well, you're not supposed to spoil that, Gabe.
What?
They're known to be in the game. It's not a spoiler.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. And then I liked going into the other vault.
Which
and I've
one?
heard that,
There's a lot.
I know. I've heard that there's better ones, so I'm really excited for that. But I went into the one with the mob boss guy.
Oh yeah.
And
is
his
that 115, isn't it? Is it 115? Yeah, 115.
Something like that. Yeah, and I love how at the end, you like tell the girl and she's like, I'm gonna run away, and then the guy's like, I'll give you the count of 10. I just killed him anyway, so I was like,
did you save the girl?
She ran away. Yeah.
Okay.
I just killed the dudes. I did want to ask you guys, is there any rhyme or reason to the color coding of the persuasions?
Yes. Yellow means easy, which is a higher percentage of them accepting it. Orange means medium, which is, lower level of that being accepted. Red means that it's probably not going to get accepted.
Gotcha. Okay, that's really valuable to know. I just thought I had the least charming girl in the world, and she just couldn't persuade anyone.
Well, you need to increase your charisma, so it becomes.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I have high charisma. What are some of your favorite perks that you put points into? I want to just put all my points into lockpicking and terminal hacking because that's like one of my favorite parts of the game.
I hate hacking terminals. So I just abandon that. I just avoid terminals.
Honestly, hands down, hacking terminals is my favorite minigame in video games.
That is ridiculous.
I love it so much.
I hate it.
I love it. You get to like be all smart and sleuthy and figure out where the letters
Perhaps
are.
I'm not smart then. I don't know. I just hate them.
Yeah.
I
hate them too.
I like the armor. I like doing the armor one, the gun nut. What else do I like doing?
I'm up to level 3 on gun nut, so I can customize my weapons as much as I want.
And science is really useful as well. Cause I like modding my weapons and doing stuff. I find it really fun.
Yeah, you have that samurai sword. I just upgraded my melee ability for the first time.
My strength is like 4, so I just ignore melee weapons.
My strength is 8.
Wow.
Gabe, you're a really strong guy.
I don't like being over encumbered. I really don't.
Okay, yeah.
So I need a little help. I do want to tell you one of my favorite moments, because I was blanking out because you asked me and I was put on the spot. One of my favorite moments, hands down. It is a slight spoiler, but barely. I know neither of you two will mind, but if you guys don't want to hear about it, go away for like 10 minutes. No, not even 10 minutes, like 10 seconds.
And you almost made me choke on my water. It's like a 10-minute story? Good God.
No. Kate, do you guys have Kate yet, the companion, the redhead?
No. Kate?
Yeah. Her name's Kate.
No, I haven't. No.
Okay, she's one of your companions, and she starts following. Somebody sells her to you, not sells her to you, but they basically enslave her to you and say you have to go with this guy now.
Wow.
And her, I'm calling it a loyalty mission because I don't know what else to call them. But she has a mission where she's with you long enough. She likes what you're doing. She likes it when you hack stuff and when you lockpick. She likes that stuff. She's a real. She's a real scoundrel like that. So she ends up telling you that she's addicted to drugs, and you have to. Basically cure her addiction. You go into a vault, and it's an amazing side quest. Again, I don't want to spoil all the little details of it, but I love that side quest. I just did that yesterday, and now I'm starting to think that all these companions have a specific quest to not necessarily gain their loyalty like Mass Effect, but similar enough to where, you know, they basically like end up like loving you. I flirted with her, it was successful. Then she friend zoned the shit out of me once we cured her her addiction. When she was a junkie, we were getting very close to the romance, but then we cured her addiction and she just friend zoned me. I didn't like that.
I want to know, like, I wish it was more obvious what the alternate option is. Like, for example, when you go to meet the mayor, and I'll talk about this in very non-specific ways. You go to meet the mayor and you're trying to find a key to a house.
Oh, you're talking about Good Neighbor still, right?
No, he's talking about
Diamond City?
Yeah, Diamond City, and trying to get a key to like find more info on your baby. And what if you fail the persuasion and he says no? Like, what happens then?
You go to the secretary, and then you convince her, and then she gives you the key.
Or you could just crouch and steal the key.
Yeah.
So there's no, like, everything requires success. Like, what if you just shoot the mayor and shoot the secretary?
Then you steal.
I guess you just take the key.
Yeah. So that's what's so great at Fallout. You can literally just shoot someone, and you can just continue on your merry way.
I just wish that there was like like if you kill the mayor, you're like, oh well, you can't get that, and your baby's gone. Sorry, go find him somewhere else.
But then that's not going to be a game. That's going to be you just can conclude the game there, and then that's.
Well, there are certain times where like you can kill someone that's like important to a certain side
and it
quest,
will fail a mission. Yeah.
Yeah, it just fails
Okay.
because you have no way to complete it. Yeah,
That's
happens.
good. Okay, cool. One of my other favorite moments in this lovely game known as Fallout 4 is that I've used literally the same gun from start to finish.
You already said that.
I didn't say that on podcast.
Yeah, you did.
Last week?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I never switched guns. I've never modded anything. I've never crafted anything.
Why? You're also super early in the game.
I'm at Diamond City.
I'm
done
early.
with Diamond
That's
City.
early.
I'm level 12?
That's very early still.
Yeah.
That's very early.
I
have to admit, I do pick my certain guns. Like, I still have my 10-meter pistol, and I'm just literally just modding it. It's crazy. And it's like super effective now. I've got my revolver. I've got this laser gun, which I think is like Righteous something. Got it from the Brotherhood. I used that and just modded it. I tend to like pick some weapons and just make them better, like adding scopes and stuff on.
The legendary weapon. Every time I kill a legendary enemy, they usually drop a weapon or armor. I instantly make it part because they give you those extra perks.
Yep.
Aside from what you already have. So I have this crazy cool battle axe that I just ghouls. I kill them with one hit with my battle axe just because of the extra damage that it does to them. It slices their arms off it and heads them in one shot. It's amazing. Zach, have you run into any of these legendary enemies that I've told you about?
None. I'm guessing they're not quest based. They're just random.
Some are quest based, but they're also like just random.
So you haven't met any enemies with like a star next to its name?
Not that I remember.
I fought like maybe 30 or 40 of them.
Holy cow! Granted, you've played a lot more than I have.
Sure, but I see them pretty often. I don't think like
just like wandering the wasteland. I mean, I stick to the roads.
What?
I stick to the roads. I don't go off into the beaten path.
Why?
I like to be safe. That's why my gun works. I am the most efficient wasteland survivor.
How many groups of super mutants have you run into?
5, 6, 7.
Okay, and you literally never switch guns. You use that one gun for all the super mutants.
I have two. I have the one that you like crank and fire, the laser gun, and then I got from the time the quest with Paladin Dents, which is like the silliest name ever, Mr. Dents. Isn't it
Dents?
Yeah, but I think of him as Dents. He stood there and he got burned by the jet engine. He's very dense. There's like an automatic like institute pistol or something.
Yeah, that's what I was just speaking about, probably. Well,
it's just, you just don't like regular bullets, apparently.
Well, and then there's also another one that you get from I think it's from Dents himself. It's called like Old Reliable or Royal.
That's what I said. Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
And that one's like unbeatable. You kill people in like 1 or 2 shots every
it's
time.
A good
even
gun.
Super mutants. That's the only gun you need. You transition from the
one
from Preston Garvey.
Yeah, probably. Could.
I'm determined to get through the game without ever modding anything. By the way,
it can't happen. By the way,
we'll see.
No, there's like a story thing that you have to do it. Like,
okay, well I have to mod a gun for a story and then I'll drop it.
Well, I don't know if you have to mod a gun, but armor, and you have to build stuff in a certain point. Like once you get to the castle, like you have to build.
Okay. Well, I think that like people who are walking around in power armor, to me that takes away from the fun of the game because it's like so easy then.
I don't think anybody's walking around in
It's
power
not
armor.
easy. You
Well,
need,
we
you
will
need
see.
fusion cores, don't you? So you run out of fusion cores eventually. Like, you
Yeah,
can't just keep walking around.
Here's what I want to tell you guys. Speaking of the full review scale, Mario Tennis Ultra Smash reviews just came out. IGN 4.8, GameSpot 6, Game Informer 6.75, Destructoid 5.5, Shack News 6. So
There you go. You wanted a game with
there
lower
we
than
go.
7. You
We
got it.
Got it. Woo! We predicted the future.
Nintendo fulfilling your dreams again.
Man, they've got my back. No matter what, they're there for me.
Yeah.
I wanted to touch on one last thing with Battlefront. I think when the Game of the Year edition comes out for this game next year, that has all the DLC and everything for $60.
There's gonna be no game of the year.
Okay, fine.
A deluxe edition, something.
Whatever. Well, they already have Deluxe and Ultimate, so this can't be called either. It'll be like the Star Wars, the full movies.
The complete collection.
Yeah. When it has all the maps, all the modes, and everything, and all the characters, like that'll be like a pretty good package.
If people are still playing.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll do a second season pass with the prequel trilogy?
No, it's not Evolve.
I want
They're
to
not Evolve.
It doesn't
They're
matter.
not
You
stupid
just-
as a 2K. For God's sake.
All right. Besides that, which I wasn't gonna say that. The thing I was gonna say is Zach. No one like.
But it doesn't matter if you like the movies. You just need the more characters in the maps. Don't you want to be like Boss Nass walking around this big
No.
fat glob? I do. Gabe,
no one wants these things.
Let's
except
go to what's that place called? Coruscant. Let's
Okay.
go there. Let's go to
Okay.
Naboo. Let's go to.
No one like. I don't care for Naboo.
Let's go to Sabalba's hut, and let's go to Watto's junkyard. Let's go to Pod Race Arena. It'll be so much fun.
You want to just pod race?
Hey! I gotta show you something. Hold on. Give me 5 seconds.
Okay.
He's got the worst taste in Star Wars movies. I'd like to add that. to the
Yeah, he
conversation.
wants the prequel stuff in there. That's
Who
weird.
wants that? It's like literally like 1%
Yeah.
of people actually like that series.
Yeah, and it's Zach. I'm not even saying I don't hate the prequels as much as everyone does, but no
Yeah,
one
same.
wants them.
But it's just,
I want it. Everyone does.
especially
What
the
you
first
get
two. So.
with the Darth Vader PS4, you get 4 classic Star Wars games, including pod racing.
Yeah, there you go. You
great.
want to pod race? Go pod race.
Apparently it's actually quite a good game as well, I heard.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it was cute that they included this. I thought that was very nice, and that is, I think, the coolest PS4 console.
Every
You say that about
PS4
every
that comes
PS4
out-
con-
yeah,
Well,
every
you got
PS4
like, you got like
one's-
10.
Guys, this one is glossy all over. It's so shiny.
yeah.
The controller is even glossy.
So when did glossy become like a selling factor for a console?
I don't know. I can't
My
wear lip gloss,
PS3
so
is glossy.
I like glossy controllers.
Wait,
okay?
why can't you wear lip gloss?
I mean, I could, but I think it would be societally unacceptable.
Hey. Things
Free-
that are
free
societally
world.
unacceptable today are perfectly fine tomorrow.
I really am struggling with like game overwhelm, where like Black Ops 3, Battlefront, Fallout, Tomb Raider, all these games are super good. Xenoblade is coming out, like games that I really want to play, and I just don't have the time to play all of them. So it's like a great problem to have, but it's a horrible problem because like Black Ops 3, I'm neglecting. I do want to say, and I know we talked about it last week, but Rise of the Tomb Raider is quickly becoming one of my favorite games of all time.
But it's not. But it's not selling, and it's not.
Yeah.
No one's watching it. It's weird. It's a weird game. Like I really generally like the game, but I don't know why they came out at the same time as Fallout. I just don't.
Yeah, they're really messed up.
And I think it's a mistake of doing it as like an exclusive as well. I just think that. I think they seriously
I
annoy
don't-
people.
I
You're
don't
gonna say.
see
I
how
know what
that
you're about to say now. You're about to say that's a selling point, but it's not a selling point. It's
No, they got the check. That's all that matters really.
I don't know.
But why does that matter in terms of people liking or not liking
People
the game?
people get angry about it though. People. This is
But
not
that's
like.
it's so infantile
more-
to be angry about an exclusive. Are people going to be angry about Horizon being exclusive?
No, because that was solely made for PS4. Tomb Raider was a multi-platform game, and all of a
So?
sudden now it's an exclusive.
So
People it piss people off.
grow up. Go to a friend's house that has an Xbox.
I don't know anyone that's played this game that doesn't like it. It's a phenomenal
it's a
game.
great game.
I think it's great. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorite games of all time. To me, that's stretching it a little bit.
I just think the hub worlds are so good. Gabe.
Especially Zach. Here's my thing. When something just came out, you can't call it your.
I sure can.
I mean, you can. I think it's disingenuous though. Like,
All right. Well, I knew that BioShock was one of my favorite games of all time, and it still is my favorite game of all time.
yeah. I mean, that's
when
fine.
you know, Gabe. Love at first sight cannot be meddled with.
Sure, if you believe in that stuff.
I do believe in that, so it's happened to me already. Anyways,
Zach,
but
I told you not to disclose our relationship.
I love the hub worlds. I literally I spent the last 5 episodes in the farmstead just finding more and more stuff. I've got literally like 6 maps from the farmstead which open up more and more things. There's more challenges. First, Gabe, get this. First I was shooting bullseyes. Then I was cutting down rabbits and trees.
Okay.
Then I was shooting drones. Now I'm throwing chickens. This game has it all.
You're throwing chickens. How do you? What?
That's a challenge. Throw chickens into the pen.
Yeah.
What, like they're alive?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Was he like holding by the neck or something? What do you do?
Exactly.
You just throw them.
It should be like Zelda, where you're trying to get those chickens and herd them all up. You can fly with them.
So is this honestly is this honestly your game of the year? Then do you think? Even though you've not finished it.
Yeah.
They could have like the worst ending.
No, well, I don't know. We'll see what the ending's like. But like all the optional tombs are great. I mean, there's crypts, there's tombs, there's caves, there's stuff that's not even marked on the map. There's the main missions and levels themselves. There's the combat. There's all the leveling up. There are the challenges. There's the side missions. It's like a jam-packed game, and everything you do contributes to your character and your progress. I'm unlocking new outfits.
Technically, so does Fallout. Like everything you do in Fallout contributes to your character in the exact same way. In literally,
no.
Yes.
Gabe, there's far less involvement in Tomb Raider. You're almost constantly getting skill points. In Fallout, you get a level like every hour or two.
Hour?
I don't know how you're
What are
playing
you doing?
this
You're
game,
running
Zach.
like a circle or something.
Yeah, like what are you doing?
I think you're playing it like literally go inside every building, pick up literally everything, kill literally everything, but that's useless.
You pretty much level up after like every mission you do.
Yeah.
Sort of at the beginning anyway.
Every side quest gives you like close to 500 XP.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
that's
but here's the big difference. My navigation of the world is affected by the upgrades I get in Tomb Raider. Fallout is not. It's all statistical.
Oh, I mean, you can fast travel everywhere once you discover it.
No, I'm not talking about fast traveling. I'm talking about I can use like the rope bow to like pull down different things. I can use Molotovs to expose different areas. I can use, the all. Anyways, they're both great games.
Tomb Raider is amazing. I love Tomb Raider. I think it's like I said, amazing. I just said that, but huge mistake. I don't know what they were thinking over there to put this thing out the same day as Fallout. I don't know.
I mean, we see Deus Ex and Mirror's Edge get delayed. How hard would it have been for them to just shift this 2 weeks?
Or put it out earlier. Like
either way, 2 weeks
October.
either way.
October. Or September. August. Any other day apart
yes,
from November.
any of those.
10th,
I mean, maybe the game wasn't ready by then, but put this out in like April or something.
I am surprised that we've seen very little to no marketing on Microsoft's end. I thought this would get a massive push. I'm hoping that they're saving it for
I've seen a lot of efforts.
Black Friday.
No. They've done marketing,
but not as much as I thought.
They do NFL stuff. I see commercials for it all the time. Like it's out
I think you're comparing this to Fallout 4. Fallout 4 got pushed a lot.
But this is Xbox's game. They chose to put this in November instead of Halo.
Yeah, but that's why, and certain NFL games were brought to you by Rise of the Tomb Raider. The Ronda Rousey UFC fight, I believe, was sponsored by Rise of the Tomb Raider. Like, it has it has a decent push.
Do you think that there's any, and I know this is like murky waters, but do you think there's any, because I was thinking about other exclusives that viewed well on YouTube seem to have more popularity. Do you think there's any merit to this game having a female lead?
Absolutely not. The last one did fine. This isn't like some complicated thing. Like, this isn't a Tomb, Zachary. The reason why it's not getting views and it's not selling, it's Fallout. That's it. Everybody's eyes are on Fallout. Everybody's playing Fallout or watching somebody play Fallout, talking about, like, Fallout's a thing. Like, it's a juggernaut.
If you're missing Tomb Raider, that's the game to play this holiday.
It's great.
Well, if you have an Xbox One, I'd pick up Fallout and Tomb Raider. But I think Lara Croft is like a massive character. I don't think her being a female is like a factor in the sales. Not
because the last one sold 5 million copies, and I don't care what crazy Square Enix
it's a plus.
Says. That's
she's
a lot of copies.
She's an attractive female. Why would that not be a plus?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they for BioShock Infinite, like they put Booker on the cover, even though you never see him in the game.
Yeah, but that's one company's like.
Well, there's plenty of examples of that.
Yeah, but Tomb Raider has sold well in the past, and the only difference between now and then is that Fallout is here. The reboot did perfectly fine.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I really cannot comprehend why. I love Fallout. I think it's one of the best games of the generation. I'm sure it will continue to be that way. I just can't comprehend the hype around it. Like, since when is the apocalypse so exciting? Since when is it a
because there's no other games. There's no other games like it. There's no other games.
Yeah, and we're not going to get another one of these for like another.
I mean, Skyrim, Morrowind, Oblivion, Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas. They're all on the same template.
You name like Bethesda games. I mean,
I know, but they're literally all the same template. with different scene scenario,
that's it.
like
That's
different
it for like another
setting.
3 or 4 years.
Yeah, I still maintain that Skyrim and Fallout are very different. We haven't had a Fallout game in over 5 years, so
I can't wait till Bethesda decides to evolve their formula. Moving on to the lightning round.
Wait, was that it? Wait, was that it? There was nothing else? The delay. What are you doing? The big delay. Deus Ex.
Okay.
No, we're not talking about it?
It's not much.
Let's do the lightning round first. Can we break it up? Is that okay with you?
All right, do what you want.
Bit of tension.
Nah. So it's all love, man. There's never tension here.
I'm joking.
Okay.
What the fuck was that?
Zach's nervous.
Hello once again. It's been a while since I last emailed in. I haven't been listening to the past couple of podcasts, so I can save them up for a long car ride to Chicago for Thanksgiving break. Smart person. I have some lightning round questions for you. Would you rather be killed by robots or aliens? Like a giant apocalypse comes. Do you want Attack of the Robots or Attack of the Aliens?
Aliens.
Really?
No, I think aliens would like probe you and stuff.
Yeah.
I prefer go with robots.
Wait, am I going to be tortured by them or killed by them?
They might like play with you before.
Yeah.
I'll fight them until they forcefully kill me.
I feel like I'd be more scared of aliens than robots, so I'll say robots.
Yeah, no, that's why I went with aliens, because I feel like that would be like more interesting.
All right. Would you rather explore the farthest reaches of space or the farthest depths of the ocean?
Space.
Okay, sea
like,
is boring. It's just sea.
But what if you like? It would take so long to reach there.
And that's not a factor. I just want to go and explore.
Okay, you just want to go explore space. All right, I'll pick space as well. My favorite lightning round: 7 or T.
What?
I don't even know what this means.
The number 7 of the letter T.
I say T because I got 2 T's in my name.
All right, I'll say 7 because I like the number. All right, most important one though: breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
Dinner. Zach doesn't care because he eats protein bars for all 3.
Okay, I think dinner probably. Although I was gonna make a case for breakfast because I love fruit in the morning and like.
You can eat fruit in the afternoon.
I had some delicious like pumpkin bread this morning with some nice melted butter, all organic.
That sounds very American. Pumpkin.
Does it? It's so good.
Never heard that
It's
over
so
here.
good.
I think
How
pumpkin
does
is
it work?
super overrated.
How's it? Why is it? Where's the pumpkin come into it?
There's pumpkin in it.
What do you mean? How's
Like
it in the
pumpkin?
bread? We're just
Like pumpkin?
orange bits in it?
You just rub it on it or something. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if I've ever had pumpkin in my life.
I've
never
had
had pumpkin?
soup.
No. It's one of those things I just don't want to try. This isn't a ketchup situation. I'll try pumpkin for free. Like if you really want me to, I'll do it for free. That's not an issue. It's just I don't know. I've seemed to have avoided it for all my life.
All right. Okay. So Gabe, next time you come here for the first time, I'm gonna feed you a sole diet of pumpkin.
That's not
Pumpkin seeds, pumpkin
not nice.
bread, pumpkin
That's
slop.
not
Want some
nice.
pumpkin slop? We can carve pumpkins and I'll just slop it in your mouth.
Yeah,
I'll just massage your beard with pumpkin. It'll be so good. It'll be a real bonding experience.
Well, hopefully Mama Robo stops you and she properly feeds me.
Okay. With a spoon and fork and bib. You want a bib? You want to be fed?
Ooh. So I'm gonna have pumpkin all over my beard.
Yeah, all over.
All right, move on.
Okay. That's the end of his lightning round. We still are lacking lightning rounds, so I think I'm gonna go back to me coming up with lightning rounds.
Okay.
Because that was a good one. Thank you, random background dude.
Amazing name.
But we would like some more lightning round questions. All right, so let's talk about these delays.
Okay. It's so weird that we're out of order and it feels weird. Okay, let's talk about the delays. Do it, Zach.
My 3 most anticipated games from Q1 have been delayed. What do they have against me? First, they released Fallout 4, and everyone's excited for it, pissing me off all year long.
Why does people get excited about a game?
Yeah,
because they didn't even play it. And the same issue pertains here. Everyone's like, delayed game is going to be a great game. I'm like, no, it's not. You have no idea if that's going to be the case.
I'm not going to say it's a
Human
great
Revolution
game.
could be horrible. Battleborn could be disastrous.
Everybody
Mirror's
knows
Edge
it's
2
going to be a disaster. I played it. It's terrible.
Scott.
I went to a UK event and everyone literally said 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10. It's a terrible game. It's boring.
It does require a certain skill level and knowledge of games to enjoy.
All right. Cheers for that. Go back to your Tomb Raider.
So Deus Ex gets delayed till August, which is quite a large delay. Mirror's Edge got delayed to May. Battleborn got delayed to. Is it May?
I thought it's February.
No.
No, Mirror's Edge got pushed back.
Again?
Wait, no. It got only pushed back once. The original date was February, and it got pushed back.
It was meant to come out this year, wasn't it?
No, it was never meant to come out this year.
It's February, and now it's May 24th.
Yeah.
And now Deus Ex is August. Okay, so here's my issue. Like, fine, delay the game if you need time, but, like, are they really that unaware that 6 months? They were off by 6 months?
Well, no, I think this is a combination of things. Like, yes, they need more time, or like, we don't know game development, but I'm sure things happen where they're like, okay, we need a lot more time.
But 6 months?
Yeah.
Well, I heard it was they're putting the DLC that they said they were going to sell to you now into the game. And that's what's taking all the time. I don't know.
And also, not just that, they're trying to get in the way a lot of, like, the first quarter is really, really busy.
Well, now it's not.
It's not busy. What's coming out now? Like,
now you got Uncharted and Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2.
Great.
No, you have more. Lego Avengers is coming.
Okay, because that's really the same market as Deus Ex.
No, Hitman is still coming.
And that will not sell?
No.
What? Hitman does fine. We went over this back in the days when Max was still around. The Hitman sells fine. The game sells millions of copies.
How much of this do you think is like, hey, it's E3, we'd really love to announce that our game's coming soon, get people excited, so let's just say a date?
Yeah.
Why can't more games do Fallout and just announce it E3, come out that year, no delays, be great?
Yeah.
Why can't it happen more? I don't get it.
I just feel like we're in this perpetual delay cycle where it's like, okay, all the games that were due in summer get delayed till fall, the games that were due in fall get delayed till spring, all the games that were due in spring get delayed till summer, all the games that were due in so everything that gets announced, you can basically slide it back one season to where it should really be.
Yeah.
So like I'm expecting, Last Guardian will be fall, I'm expecting Horizon will be spring, that's just kind of how it seems to be going. Yeah. I just wish I wish hype cycles were shorter, and I wish honesty cycles were taken into consideration. I don't know. I just get excited for these things, and I hate the bum out moment when you wake up and it's like Adam Jensen has been shifted to summer.
Like the situation a little bit closer with Battleborn in general, like why that got pushed back and how they're not happy about it getting pushed back. The game was supposed to be this year. Now that got pushed back quite a bit too. It happens, and the reasons that they have, they're justifiable in my opinion.
Like, sure they're justifiable. I think it's just frustrating because, like, this doesn't happen in any other genre. Imagine if Star Wars was like, and we're coming out in April.
It happens. Movies get pushed back.
Not that often. Not like this.
No. Not like this at all.
Not with tentpole releases.
Albums, yes. Marvel movies date shift all the time.
Yeah, but way out. Not like, hey, this is supposed to be out in 2 months.
Yeah, but these games aren't supposed to be out in 2 months.
Okay, well, February is 2.5 months away.
Okay. Albums get pushed back all the time. Like, the shit's supposed to be out, like, next week, and they're like, now it's not coming.
That is true.
Yeah, like, it happens all the time. Books, you're saying it doesn't happen in any other medium? Yeah, it does.
So I got February is XCOM 2, Street Fighter, Far Cry, Mighty Number 9, and Plants vs. Plants vs. Zombies. That's it. That's not like a...
The only one I want to play is Plants vs. Zombies.
Yeah, but... regardless, that's still like a good month right there.
It's an okay month. It's nothing special. I mean, then we got March, which apparently is Division. That'll probably be delayed again.
Okay, so let's go through some of the early games right for January. Resident Evil Origins, which is the remake of I don't know if it was Code Veronica or Zero, one of those two. So Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. We have Marvel Avengers, like I said, The Witness. So January is sort of light, but
very light.
February Firewatch comes out. Gravity Rush Remastered comes out. What else? New Fire Emblem games are coming.
Yeah, but none of these games are on the caliber of Deus Ex, Mirror's Edge, and like that stuff is just at a different level.
Sure. It's, the way I'm looking at it is just there's games to play. It's not like there's nothing. So
I'm just glad that May and hopefully June, July, August are going to be actually
March
content
right, I think.
crunched instead of last year where we had Batman for the whole summer.
April we got Dark Souls and Quantum Break. I'm not sure that's still coming or not.
Dark Souls is March.
You forgot the most important game.
Zelda?
No, I was going to say Star Fox Zero is in April.
Oh, baby, that N64 classic.
No, okay, but for March, okay, we have a Twilight Princess HD, which regardless how you feel about it,
doesn't count.
I'm going to play the hell out of it.
Okay, you and 3 other people.
The Division, Hitman, Uncharted, those are all in March.
Division's going to get delayed again.
No, I don't think so. No way.
All I know is that Nintendo has a new console next year, so I'm happy.
Or so we think.
Me and Arthur think so it's got to be true.
Sure.
It'll be announced
Anyways.
at E3. It won't come out this. I think it will be announced at E3 and it'll come out beginning of next year. Not next
Yeah,
year. Too soon.
that's what I think. I think early next year.
There's no way they release a brand new console any other time besides holiday. There's just no way. That's never happened.
Okay, so in your mind, Nintendo comes to E3.
Yeah, and it's coming out in November. Yep.
What about Zelda?
Okay,
When's
so-
Zelda coming out then?
Zelda will come out in November as a cross-platform Wii U and
But they've
Xbox
already
title.
said it's a spring game.
No, they have not. They did not. It says 2016.
It didn't say spring?
No.
Oh.
Zelda will come to Wii U in 2016
Why is Zelda taking so long anyway? Like,
because it's delayed for NX.
Yeah, that makes sense. But,
Okay.
Zach, how strange would it be for Nintendo to come to E3 and I'm guessing have a press conference because I don't think they can do this in a direct.
Yeah,
Like,
I think they'll be there with the console and then they'll
show,
launch it.
show a new console plus presumably a bunch of launch titles that we've never seen before
Yeah.
and put them all out that year. That would be bonkers. I hope they do it. I mean, I really hope they do, but that would be insane.
When they announced the Xbox One and PS4, that wasn't the full year E3 before.
No, but they had the Microsoft did like the event for it,
Yeah.
and Sony did it at PSX, so it's different.
Okay, that is true.
if this console doesn't come out though with like a decent amount of power, decent
It's already
launch
confirmed.
games,
Same or better than PlayStation 4.
well, better hopefully then, because the PS4 will be coming out in the next 3 years maybe. It's just I'm worried about a console. I don't know. It has to have a lot of third-party support as well. Otherwise, it's just gonna...
It can't. It won't. There's no way.
Why?
It has to though. It has to.
They can't.
Why?
Because they have. Can we all agree that it has some gimmick? Is the wrong word. I hate to use it, but they have something separating them from these consoles. It's not a traditional controller in your hand.
Hopefully they've learned that we just want a controller and a decent console.
There's no way it's that. We've seen the patents. It's a combination of a DS and a console, or who knows what they do. But I think it's pretty safe to say that it will have some gimmick attached to it. Is that fair to say?
Probably, but they shouldn't
yes and
have.
no, but
Okay, but with that, I'll let you get to your no part right now. But assuming that it has gimmick, it was just like a couple of months ago that people were being sent dev units. There's no way they can get like big games ready in time and then attach whatever little gimmick it's going to be. Like, there's no time.
I don't think it's going to be gimmick in that way. I think the gimmick is that it'll be the games will be you can take them on the go. I don't think the gimmick is going to be like motion or touch or anything like that.
That's going to be a weird handheld then, because if it's going to be more traditional, it's going to have the two bumpers, two triggers, two left sticks, 4 face buttons. Like, that's going to be a weird handheld.
And I think you have to remember that the PlayStation Vita came out in 2012, so we haven't had a handheld console. I mean, the 3DS, sure, but
we never will. We'll never get a handheld again that will be hot. Never. Cell phones have killed it.
sure, that's fine. I'm just saying I think that they can make a very strong handheld, and I think that knowing that the chipset is going to be just as strong or more powerful than the PlayStation 4 reveals that they are interested in diving back into that, like, hey, we want to compete again.
Yeah, but I don't know how you take those things on the go. Like, it can't be internet based, because if you're in the car, like, you don't have like, you can't stream it to it unless the handheld is literally just for you to play anywhere else in the house, and you do it based off your internet connection, like the Shield and stuff like that. How do you put a Blu-ray player, a Blu-ray disc in the NX? And play that with you on the go? There's no way. How is the signal going to get there?
Michael Pachter, who in theory knows more than us, 2 days ago predicted that the NX will launch and sell for $299.
That's what the Wii U's still priced at, right? I don't think that thing ever went down in price.
No,
Nintendo's not very good at pricing. I don't know what goes through their head.
but like as bad as they are, they do have a new president. They do have like they have to know that the Wii U suck. They're not blind, so I assume that they would make some changes.
You said the Wii U was one of the best consoles ever.
Yeah, but it wasn't successful from a like sales standpoint.
Okay.
It wasn't successful from a lot of standpoints, I think.
And just to like go back into history, the Wii U was unveiled at E3 2011 and then released fall of 2012.
Yeah. I think that's what happens.
Yeah.
I think fall 2017 is just like
Too long, isn't it? But...
it's going to be really late.
But that's what we thought for the Wii U, and they just did it. Like, they put the Wii U, which was...
Yeah, but you're assuming that they haven't learned anything.
I don't think they have.
anything at all? Nothing?
I don't know, man.
Zero.
Japanese companies that
Are
sometimes
very
they get stuck in they get stuck in their ways and they want to do things a certain way, and no matter how much it doesn't work, they'll go to the ground.
Well, we'll have to find out at E3.
I mean, they didn't really learn between the Wii and the Wii U. Did that? I mean, the Wii sold well, which we get. Like at the beginning, it done well, but then no one bought games on it, and then we moved across to the Wii U with more of a gimmick, and it's like a cheap, shitty tablet, and it's made no sense. Like the way they.
And I do want to point out, because I've heard Gabe, I've heard you say it, I've heard you, Scott, say it, I think JD even said it last week. No one uses that gimmick. That's not what's holding the system back at all. No one uses the tablet.
Not
even Nintendo.
There's no games on it at the moment. That's what's holding it back at the moment.
But even Nintendo's game Mario Kart, they don't use it. So
not now. In the beginning, it was forced on everything.
Yeah, at launch, and then they abandoned that super fast.
Yeah, because nobody wanted to develop for it.
Right. So that shows that they learn. I mean, I don't know. We can. The funny part is we will know about the NX before we see Deus Ex, which is bonkers. Either way.
Oh, we'll see Deus Ex.
We'll see it, but we won't play it.
That's okay.
Are you ready for some emails, Gabe?
All right, I have an email for you. No,
Okay.
I don't.
Oh,
Is Mass Effect supposed to be next year?
Mm-hmm.
That's all I want. I just want that.
I
mean,
hope that they make that a huge change.
What do you mean?
Like an evolution of the genre.
Of the genre?
Of the series, of the genre, of something.
Remember, they still got Mass Effect in the title. When people say like they expect something completely different, well, it's still got to be Mass Effect. Like, there's still got to be a certain element of Mass Effect in it.
I just want another Mass Effect that with a different story, and there's confirmation now that it's.
Why would you want that? Why would you want just imagine if people said that in the NES era? I just want another Castlevania. I just want another Chrono. I want another.
That's what they normally got. A better Mario game.
Well, first of all, Mass Effect 3 came out a long time ago, so it's not like it's a world; it's a universe. Like there's a lot.
I guess I just don't understand this thing of people wanting the same thing again. Like,
I'm not saying the
why
same
don't
thing.
you want-
That's obviously
what's
not
the
what I
po-
mean.
Why not just have the Xbox 360 forever then? If you just want the same kind of games over and over again.
It's a genre though. Like I want a space RPG with
I know,
cool
but
stories.
look at how RPGs have evolved, and now because we've gotten to a point where graphics have reached like an okay state in the last 10 years, like I feel like genres don't want to evolve anymore.
How much could you evolve a genre?
How much did RPGs evolve from Final Fantasy 1 to Mass Effect?
But JRPGs haven't evolved all that much.
Okay, how much have action games evolved from Castlevania 1 or what's it called? Ninja Gaiden 1 on NES to like God of War 3.
Okay, see, but it's an unfair example because you're going from like minuscule tech to something completely different.
Okay, but
we're not doing that now. Like we're going from Xbox 360 to now.
Okay, well, I still think creativity is at an empty level.
What do you mean? If they're telling cool stories out there,
well, they're not. They're not telling cool stories.
In Mass Effect, they're not telling cool stories.
Well, okay, Mass Effect perhaps, but we state almost every week that we wish there were better stories in games, better single player experiences, better.
Yeah, I know, but I'm talking about Mass Effect. I'm not talking about other stuff.
Okay, well, I think Mass Effect 3's story.
The main story, yeah, but I still thought the loyalty missions were fun and the relationships you build with the characters. There's a lot good in there. I miss Mass Effect. That's all I'm saying.
All right, Mass Effect is good. James wants to know how much you miss Mass Effect and how much you like Fallout. He says, James here, guys. I'm from England, and you were the first person to tell me to pull a girl's hair. So there you go. Right. I've been pondering a little here, guys, and I figured that this year has actually been a really good year for gaming. Many great games have come and gone, each leaving a hefty mark and a big score. Great shooters, both first and third person, brilliant big RPGs, and some action games, decent sports and racing games as well. Not too many failures. Overall, just a bunch of glory and goodness. Do you think that this year, 2015, will come out as one of the best years ever for gaming? And if not, what is your favorite year in gaming?
I think 2008 is super hard to compete with.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I won't deny it. This has been a really good year. Like, it has. Yep. It's a hell of a lot better than last year. Mm-hmm. Things are looking up. But...
It's more of a solid year rather than a perfect year. Or I don't know. It feels like it's... Perhaps we have like less delays or something. It just feels like the fall was being really good, but nothing's Fallout 3 is one of the game that really like wowed me, in any way really.
I mean, but I liked Ori a lot. I liked Dying Light a decent amount.
Yeah.
Bloodborne was really good. Just that middle part of the year. But besides that, the fall has been crazy. We all loved Halo. Most of us love Fallout a whole lot.
I mean, are we still playing Halo? I've stopped playing Halo. Just been out there.
Well, yeah, but like an average person that went and bought Halo, they're still playing.
But I think that did that even sell well? Like I honestly I think Halo's.
It's the biggest launch in Xbox.
Generally, think that's a fairly poor Halo game, but
I liked it a lot. It was my favorite Halo game. Still is. Tomb Raider, everyone loves. I think this is a solid year. I think it's a great year.
I think it's a fantastic year. I think the consoles have finally really hit their stride where you're like, hey, everything is like pretty darn solid. Batman, Tomb Raider, Halo, Call of Duty, Fallout, like all the games across the board, the major ones, even Taken King, like literally everything was that we wanted to be solid was solid. Was there anything that was like, holy crap, that sucked? Even Assassin's Creed this year was pretty darn great. I do think like the middle of the year was pretty empty, but if you look at the fact that we got like Dying Light and Bloodborne and there's some other game of them, there's a big one in the first
Witcher.
Witcher, I guess. And I think stuff like that, maybe not appeal to everyone, just like Dying Light didn't appeal to me, but like Mario Maker, Splatoon, there's quite a variety of games that
Mario Maker, man.
Oh, Metal Gear as well.
Yeah, Metal Gear's. There's tons of good.
I think Metal Gear is really interesting. That game came out and like everyone's like, oh my god, it's amazing, and like I literally hear no one talk about it.
I've played literally one part on my channel and that's it.
Well, it's a single player experience.
Oh, Mad Max came out as well. That was quite good. This is quite a good year, actually. Sorry, I dismissed it.
Metal Gear, like, I think it got overshadowed a little bit by the whole Kojima / Konami thing. I don't know how many people were true to it, but a lot of people were saying, "Oh, I'm not buying this," because of the lack of support. But Metal Gear is one of my favorite games of the year. I want to talk about that. I hate being asked this, and I get asked it every day, multiple times a day. Oh, what's your favorite game of the year? I don't have a favorite. How do you pick one? Like, how do you do that? Like, oh, give me your top 3. No, I'm not giving you top 3. I'll mention games I like. Like, I hate end of the year lists. I hate.
We're gonna do a big end of the year list at the end of the year.
We'll do it, but mine will be in no particular order.
Yes, it will, Gabe. You will have to.
No,
I will make you.
No.
Yes.
No.
You'll at least give me a number 1. At least give me a game of the year.
How can I do that?
Like, how can anyone else do that?
Because they're dumb. I hate end of the year lists. I hate them.
Well, Ray, I just wanted to finish out and say, I'm sorry, not Ray. This email came from James. James, one of the reasons I think that 2007 and 2008, that's a really weird way to say it, 2007, 2008, it's like James Bond, 2007 and 2008. One of the reasons that I think those are so iconic and so defining is because they started franchise with great games instead of continuing franchise with great games. Like, what franchise was begun in 2015? I mean, Batman's a sequel, Tomb Raider, Fallout, Halo, Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed, Bloodborne. Like, there's nothing that's like...
Dying Light is the one.
But that's basically Dead Island next gen.
Bloodborne is
basic.
I know.
So I think the difference is, again, and this comes back to my point of like creativity is kind of at an all-time low. When are we going to get the franchise in? Maybe it's Horizon. Maybe it's Quantum Break, I guess.
The Last Guardian.
The Last Guardian is not going to be a franchise game.
Ori and the Blind Forest.
No, Gabriel, stop. But maybe it's like we had BioShock, Assassin's Creed, Uncharted, Mass Effect, Dead Space, all get started around that time, and those all were the defining franchises for that generation, and I still don't feel like we have even one defining franchise for this generation.
Titanfall, man.
No, Gabe.
That was last generation. No, it was this generation.
Oh, my God. All right, let's go to Ray's email. Hello, Ghost, Gabe, and whoever else decides to show their face.
Hello.
My name is Ray, but Gabe knows me as Fierce Deity 101.
Hi, Fierce Deity. I always say Fierce Deity.
Okay, Fierce Deity. I would like to start off by saying that what JD said last time about Battlefront not being popular among teenage audience is wrong. I'm currently in high school, and Battlefront is what everyone is excited and talking about. I just wanted to address that.
Interesting.
Now for the real question. Now that every major AAA game is released for this year, except for Just Cause 3, what do you think will be winning all the Game of the Year awards? I personally think the games that are the big contenders are Rise of the Tomb Raider, The Witcher 3, Metal Gear Solid 5, and Fallout 4. Would like to know what you guys think. Keep up the amazing podcast. Well, Gabe just told you that he doesn't care about end of the year lists, so he has nothing to say about this.
I care about Game of the Year. I don't care about end of the year lists. Like,
okay.
when someone tells you, "Oh, what are your favorite 3 games of the year?" I'm like, "What? Why do I got to pick 3? Why?"
Because it's fun.
How many do you have to pick then? What, 10? 5?
Yeah,
I think you should have a top 5, but top 10 is nice.
Yes, let me give you my 5 favorite games, but don't make me number them 5 to 1. That's
Well, I'll do it in order in my head. So the first one you come out with will be your game of the year.
Yeah. All right. So he wants to know what he wants to know what we think will win game of the year.
I think Fallout 4 will win game of the year, even though I think that's asinine, but okay.
What does that even mean?
Fallout's a good kid.
Fallout is a fantastic game, but if it reviewed honestly, it would be like a 7 out of 10.
Not true.
If it was reviewed honestly, what does that mean? What? So you say everyone's being paid off or something? What?
It is a poorly made game. It's a great experience. It's a poorly made game. I have played. Okay, me and my girlfriend have played the game on both consoles. She ran into a boss that glitched into a wall. I ran into a boss that glitched through a wall. Different bosses, totally ruined the experience.
I haven't got any glitches through walls yet.
That doesn't matter. I played Assassin's Creed Unity and didn't have any, but that game got blasted to hell and back for having glitches.
Yeah, but
Fallout's
this one
being
has
blasted as well. Like Fallout's being blasted.
No, it is not. It's gonna win game of the year.
Every video's like, here's a glitch. Like, ha.
Yeah, but like Gabe has said every week, it's okay because the game does so much. How could you expect it to run well?
It's true.
No, that's my opinion. You don't gotta agree with it.
Okay, well, it's gonna win game of the year. So
it might not. I think there's a couple that might take it.
What do you think could take it?
Rise of the Tomb Raider and Metal Gear. I think those 2 can easily take it.
Is Metal Gear even up for game of the year?
I mean, we don't know what any.
I mean, the Game Awards came out with their list. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, one of them I disagree with. Like, how can you put Super Mario Maker on Game of the Year list? I mean, honestly, like, it's a cube.
Why not? It's one of the best games of the year.
I mean, they've got Fallout 4.
Yep.
Totally accurate and fine.
Yep.
Metal Gear Solid fine, totally accurate and fine. The Witcher 3, I don't think should be on there at all.
I think that should
how many is it total?
It's 5.
5.
I don't think The Witcher should be on there either.
Bloodborne, which I think is like kind of on the line, and then Mario Maker.
Okay, I think Mario Maker belongs on there. Honestly,
I can't see how it does belong on there. How can you put? How can you say like Fallout 4 is not Game of the Year and then put freaking Mario Maker on it? I think.
Why not? So like, if you pick, you can think of 4 games that are better than Mario Maker. You can think of 5 games.
Need for Speed. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Hell no.
You never played it.
Of course. I know better.
Have any judgment on it then? I played Mario Maker for like 2 hours and I wanted to kill myself.
Oh man, Mario Maker's amazing.
Play Little Big Planet. It's better. It's more creative and fun.
It is way.
What?
So when Zachary inevitably forces me to pick my 5 games of the year, Mario Maker will 100% be in there.
Why? Give me one reason why it should be on there.
Have you seen the creativity that goes into that game? Have you played some of those like insane levels? Oh, it's amazing. I love it.
I think honestly what sets that game apart is the fact that they were able to dilute and break down an entire genre and allow you to have your way with it in a way that's understandable, easy to navigate, and has yielded great results.
I don't know. I love Mario Maker.
I don't understand why Batman is completely forgotten by everyone.
Because I think it's not as good as people think it is. It's a great game, but I've always had issues with that.
I'm surprised.
Is it the third in terms of like the list of like Batman games? I don't know. It's
well, it's 4th if we're gonna count Origins, I guess. But
he's talking about like quality.
No, I mean like quality wise, like in terms of like, is it third? Like honestly, is it the first game probably the best?
Yeah, I'd probably put it 3rd. Yeah,
I think it's 2nd or 1st.
Yeah, so how can that be Game of the Year?
Like, to me, there's no way it's 1st.
Well, I think Arkham Asylum was Game of the Year when it came out.
I think Arkham Asylum is miles and miles ahead.
Again, that was a new IP, and it wowed everyone. So.
I don't understand why Black Ops 3 isn't on the list.
Because it's...
I don't know.
The same game again. I don't know.
It's just... Fallout 4 is the same game again.
Oh,
hey guys, I hope you're having a great show.
Die.
So last week you asked for opinions on Fallout 4, so I decided to share my thoughts on the game. So far, it's one of the best games I've ever played. I'm not trying to put that lightly. I genuinely feel like this is the most fun I've had with the game ever. I really want to reference an iTunes study, but I'm not. Firstly, for me, the thing I love the most about Fallout 4 is the detail. I love the fact that everything in the world has so much detail and polish to it. Even tiny things like the perk screen, the weapons customization, or even the Pip-Boy animations of quests and special stats just has so much charm to it. Secondly, I love that the world is very absorbing. There's something about Bethesda games that I love. Between Skyrim and Fallout 3, I love the fact that the world felt really engaging and made me want to keep playing for hours. And it's no different here. Every time I finish playing, I want to play more, go to more places, get more materials, craft more weapons. It sounds dumb, but it really grabs me. Finally, I know Zach will disagree, but I feel like the game is super polished. Will I ever? As well as the amount of detail I listed above, a lot of the work has been put into fixing the problems of Fallout 3. The animations look less janky, the AI is really good, the weapons customization is far more fleshed out, the characters are a lot more interesting. Preston Garvey. The whole thing manages to completely overhaul.
Zachary, that's the first fucking character you
He's
meet.
the worst
There's
NPC.
a million more.
He is the worst NPC of the generation.
Sure.
He is so boring. That was what they decided to give you first. They said, we're giving you all of our best, and here it is. Preston freaking Garvey. He's a complete...
Zachary, he's the fucking first
Todd Howard
character
sat
you
there and
meet.
said, I think Preston Garvey's the first character you should meet in Fallout 4. He's a crazy man. He's absurd. That's absolutely insane.
He's not crazy.
Back to the email.
The first fucking NPC, Zach.
He's the worst NPC ever.
Okay,
Lead with your best hand. Gabe, you ever heard about first impressions? You go meet someone and you just feel like, I don't know how to talk to you.
Well, technically, the first NPC you meet is your little robot. What's his name?
Codsworth.
Yeah.
He's a million degrees more interesting than... And then
Yeah.
to make Preston Garvey's character even better, you have to wait for him to walk 10 minutes to Sanctuary.
You don't have to wait.
I didn't
You do.
wait.
You
Why'd
can't talk
wait?
to him again.
You just fast
You can't
travel.
talk to him again.
You just
no.
fast
Yes, that's what I said.
I fast travel, and you still have to wait for him.
you
He doesn't
don't.
go there.
He just arrives.
No, he doesn't. You still have to wait for him to walk.
Watch my playthrough, and you see he just arrives as I literally get there. Like literally just fast travel.
I've seen a lot of people play through Fallout. Shout out to I don't know his full name, but Ko on Twitch. He's a giant Twitch streamer. Man, I've seen him play hours of Fallout. Shit that I already played, but it's super fun to just watch him. No one is waiting for Preston to walk.
You guys are hypnotized.
No one is waiting for
It's like the
Preston to
iTunes
walk.
study where people are told what songs are ranked, and then they rank them totally differently when they hear them on your own. If there was not hype around Fallout, this game would not be heralded as much as it is. Let's finish the email. The whole thing manages to completely overhaul the... I'm sweating. The whole thing managed to completely overhaul the mechanics of Fallout 3.
It does.
It does.
No!
The shooting's
It
like
does.
literally so cut
It completely overhauls Fallout 3?
Yes.
Not completely,
First of all,
but
yeah, enough. Okay, VATS has changed.
Whatever.
Right?
Shooting's
The
changed,
armor
walking's
customization,
changed.
weapon customization.
You guys are on Jet and
Oh, I wish I was on.
and
Jet.
all
That's
that
awesome.
other crap. Funnily enough, I have some legitimate complaints. The dialogue isn't great. You're often restricted to sentences that you don't want to say, but you can't back out of. The frame rate tends to drop a lot. The game gets pretty laggy at times. Of course, there's the fact that I put so much time into it, and I'm probably neglecting my friends and sleep. But that's as far as the complaint goes. Everything else is an absolute blast. To summarize, Fallout 4 is a very polished and detailed time sink.
It's not polished.
I mean-
That's the one thing I take issue with. It's not a polished game.
Which you rarely get these days. There have been so many different games that you play once and talk about for a week before moving on. Fallout is a game that keeps dragging you back and wanting you to play more of its absorbing world. So that's as good of an excuse as any to buy this game. From a longtime fan, Raymond. Thanks for writing in, Raymond. You always come through with detailed emails, and I wanted to read that, not because I agreed, but because I thought you really took the time to eloquently display your thoughts on Fallout, which was great. So kudos to you.
You shout out to Nick. I'm giving a lot of shouts today. Tetra Ninja, fellow YouTuber. He made a very sound statement on Fallout. He tweeted something along the lines of, okay, there is no sitting on the fence with Fallout. You either love it or you hate it. There's not a lot of in between with this, and I find it that's what it is. Like people that are really hardcore Fallout lore lovers, they might not like it as much. A lot of people don't like the game as much as you think they do. Actually, there are people that are displeased with it. They're out there. Trust me.
Okay.
And so the fact that me and Scott love it, you can hate it. It's okay.
Gabe, I want to be clear. I love the game. I take extreme issue with people
You're
refusing
saying
to acknowledge the problems.
Oh, I acknowledge it because I just said it. It's not a polished game at all.
Okay, so how can you say that
But
a
it's more
7 out of
polished
10 would be
compared to
unfair?
Fallout 3. This feels like I honestly haven't noticed any bugs or anything.
Okay, so if you have a friend who has no limbs and then you have a friend with one limb, you can't say he's athletic.
Well, I'm just playing my own play. I'm not looking at anyone else's. I don't notice any.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
I'm
say it's
playing
more
my
polished than Fallout
experience.
3
That's
is
why
like saying, my house, the roof was completely broken and, all the rain was coming in. Then I covered it with, paper and now I only get 80%
Yeah,
of the
but
rain.
you're talking you're talking extremes, and I don't think Fallout 4 is an extreme in any way. I think people's experiences with it are phenomenal.
Okay, here's what I want to say. If you were playing Halo, if you were playing Tomb Raider, and the boss glitched into the wall and was standing there and you were just hammering on it, you would be like, this game is stupid and they suck.
Again, Halo.
No, because in that encounter, in that room, it's one room with one enemy, Gabe.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Okay, here's the difference. Halo, you're fighting the same boss like 7 times. It's one boss.
Okay, fine.
There's like
God of War.
There's like 100 different bosses in Fallout.
God of War, BioShock. If the boss is glitched into the walls,
BioShock is a linear game. It's literally.
So you can have, as long as it's open world, screw design.
No, not screw design, but it's vastly more harder to develop for an open world game.
Yeah,
I just frankly think there's not as much flexibility as you guys seem to think.
in terms
Like,
of
sure,
what?
you can pick stuff up, but why is picking stuff up limiting the
Yeah,
design?
but we'll try telling you, and you just refuse to acknowledge it, right? To build the settlements up, to have more NPCs on your side, you build these all that junk, everything you're picking up, the scissors, the glue, the tape that you think means nothing. You need it all.
There are games though that have level creators, games that have multiplayer, games that have single player, games that have bosses, games that have challenges, and they don't just break because they have so much stuff in them.
Yeah, but this doesn't break all that often. For me, it's not broken once.
It doesn't ever lag for you when you go into encounters.
Yes, it lags, but that's not it breaking. Like, that's lagging.
It's shit though.
Yeah, okay, so let's say I'm playing 100 hours of this. Let's say 2 hours of it are broken.
Right.
That's a pretty good ratio.
Totally agree. And I'd be fine with it too, but then don't go and tell me this is one of the best games of all time. It's one of the most
who
fun.
says that? Who says that?
Everyone,
Somebody's-
this guy.
No one can accurately say that this is one of the best games of all time. Just like I don't believe you can say that Tomb Raider is one of your favorite games of all. Like, this shit just came out.
I love Fallout 4. I really, really like the game. I'm going to go play more of it when I'm done.
I don't believe you're going to play it now, though. You're going to go and play Tomb Raider.
I do want to play Tomb Raider, but I am going to play more Fallout. And
When?
I'll probably play that next because
Tomorrow?
I really, 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 really like it.
I don't think you do
And
like it.
I really, really like it. I just
Honestly,
think
don't
that
think you
there
do
are,
like it at all.
well, I've loved my time with it. You can watch my videos. I have 8 hours of them on
You stopped
YouTube.
it at part
and
10. Oh, you didn't like it?
Not because I didn't like it.
No, see, but Zach, like I've said this before, you take these things to an extremes because everything you're saying with, I don't even necessarily disagree with. It's just that it doesn't bother me the way it bothers you. I don't know why.
It bothers me a lot.
I don't understand why it bothers you so much. Like,
Because people aren't, like, if I come out and say Fallout 4 is a 7 out of 10, my Twitter feed will explode.
Because it's
So
not a 7 out of
what?
10, though, is it? It's not.
it might be to Zach. There's nothing wrong with that.
But not because it's not fun, but because it has serious design flaws and serious technical issues that other games get crucified for.
Fallout's been crucified for every little bug that's popped up. It's on videos,
No,
YouTube.
it hasn't.
Kotaku,
It's going to
like-
win Game of the
They
Year,
slam it.
Gabe.
Scott, you're acting like Fallout's immune to criticism. It isn't. Before
it's
the
not
game
true.
came out, not just you. You're not the only person saying this. NeoGAF, all these forums, tons of websites. Oh, this looks exactly like Fallout 3. Sure. Then we show you screenshots that prove, without a doubt, that it looks miles and miles and miles ahead of Fallout 3. And then you're like, okay, but it still runs like shit.
right.
Fine. So here's Scott's video playing like on PC in 1080p, 60 frames a second.
looks great.
And it's running perfect, not perfectly, but it's running
It's running.
well
One's running
99% of the time.
All right, so here's my bottom line thing. I love Fallout. I just wish that it was more, and I expected after 7 years waiting for a true sequel, it would have felt like a true sequel and not
Yeah,
like...
But they were making the game in between this. It's not like this game took 7 years to make.
I'm saying, though, that the last one came out 7 years ago, and if I look back at games that came out 7 years ago, I would expect a bigger leap.
Yeah, but we've had 2D Mario games for all these times. There's never been a leap, necessarily.
All right, well, for me personally, I was let down by that. And I still love the game, and I still
there's nothing
want to
wrong
play
with
it.
that. There's
and
nothing
I still
wrong
will
with
beat
that.
it. And
But
I
you
still,
do take it to extremes.
I still will put it in my top 10 Game of the Year's list, hands down, no matter what.
Should be at least your top 5.
I don't care if it's in your top 5 or top 10. I don't give a damn. Move us. Give us another email, Zachary.
Oh, man, that's it. That was the last
Shit.
email.
Write more emails, guys.
We
it'll
had a
make
lot of
Zach's-
emails asking about like our favorite games of the year and stuff like that, and
Of course they were. Fuck those emails. I'm joking.
I just think
Wow.
we're not. I think we still have more to do before we're able to really address those
Yeah,
properly.
because remember,
Got 2 more games yet.
not all of us have finished Tomb Raider. Not all of us have. None of us have finished Fallout.
I'm nearing it.
Not that I'm saying. Yeah, I'm near. I'm not. What you are?
Well, I'm playing the main stuff mostly, but
Oh no. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
yeah. not-
Xenoblade is coming. Just Cause is coming. No, I'm not saying that these.
I
are
mean,
gonna
Rainbow
get
Six
into...
Siege is coming. We haven't played
Yeah.
the Crew Wild Run.
Just Cause
Yeah,
is a lot
you want a
of fun.
code?
Just Cause.
You want a code? Let's get you a code.
Anyhow, Hype City. Has Jessica Jones come out yet, Gabe?
If today's Friday, it's out tonight.
Ooh.
Or no, it's out now. It's
how was
Thursday.
that episode?
Thursday. I'm gonna say it was amazing.
Okay.
Thursday at midnight, Pacific time. Man, I'm gonna stay up and watch all of them in a row.
Gabe, Scott, Gabe is a crazy
13.
person.
I'm doing
He doesn't
13 in a row,
He
Zach.
doesn't ever sleep at night. He only sleeps during the day.
No, Zach, it's noon. It's 1 p.m. I'm not sleeping during the day. What are you doing? After this, I'm going to go play Xenoblade. I'm not sleeping. Get out of here. Man, sleep? What the hell's that? We don't do that here.
What, in Texas?
Gabe,
Yeah, no.
what's something you're excited for next week?
Jessica Jones.
No, you said it last week.
Jessica Jones.
What is Jessica Jones? Was this some American thing?
No, it's a Marvel Netflix show. The one
Okay.
it has Kristen Ritter from Breaking Bad alum.
Oh, is that good? I might watch that.
Yeah. It comes Thursday at midnight
Okay.
West Coast California time. I don't know what time it is for you because you're in another planet.
But does it beat
8
Daredevil?
hours.
They're saying it's like much more adult than Daredevil. Like they're saying all the reviews are saying this is better than Daredevil. So if you like Daredevil, I don't see no reason why you wouldn't like this. The trailer's really great. One of your hometown here. I don't know if he's actually from even your part of town necessarily, but David Tennant is in it, and I believe he's from your side of the pond.
Yes, UK somewhere.
Yeah. He's the main villain in it. He's Purple Man.
Purple Man.
Purple
Yeah,
Man?
That's not
Wow.
what they call him on the show. They call him that in the comics, but on the show he has another name. His power is that he can manipulate you to do anything he wants. So he can
So he
literally
can
tell
win
you
no matter what. So why doesn't he just have Jessica Jones kill herself?
He tries. He
Why
has
doesn't she
tried
resist?
this. Oh, well, watch the show. I don't know.
I hate these movies and shows that have these all-powerful villains. Like, okay, Thanos, Apocalypse. There's no way they should lose.
He's not all powerful. He's still just a human. He just has the power to do that.
All right. Scott, what about you next week?
Next week. What's happening next week? Probably playing more Fallout.
More Fallout.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Let me look at the state. What
I
am
have an important question for you, Scott. Have you ever considered getting a pet for your home?
No, I work
Yeah.
on YouTube, so it doesn't really work.
You don't have a dog? I thought you had a dog.
No, I've moved, haven't I? This is my own.
This is his own abode.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot about that. Look at you.
Look at you. I think pretty much the size of my apartment is the same size as like one of Zach's rooms, but
That's probably not true.
that's
Also,
pretty Easter actually.
may I recommend a cat? Cats are wonderful creatures.
I don't like cats.
They clean up. They
cats
clean
hate
up
me.
after themselves. They're cute as hell.
They're not
You
cute.
can
They
pet
just
them.
eat me.
Gabe, do you have a cat?
I used to have cats, but then we
Okay.
moved over here. We can have them, so we gave them to a friend of ours.
Gotcha.
But I can't wait until I move from here and then get cats again because I love cats.
You
Cats
got
are
a dog, haven't you, Gabe? The one you rescued.
Yeah. Bane's out there. He's being a crazy animal. I'm pissed at him, but whatever.
Why are you
we-
pissed at your dog?
Me and Bane, we be beefing. Why am I pissed at him? Because he doesn't shut up, Zachary.
Okay.
He's lonely, and I have no time.
Maybe
to...
you should let him in the house.
No, he would destroy everything. I don't think you understand how big and not vicious in an angry way, but vicious is in a destructive way he is.
Isn't it
Maybe
like
you gotta
very
get
hot
some-
outside? Like, is it not for a dog? Is it?
Yeah.
Gabe, you just gotta believe in him.
Zachary, all the belief in the world isn't changing this thing.
All right. I'm excited for the conclusion of the Hunger Games.
Oh, you like that, right? Yeah.
Yeah. The fourth movie comes out, and I know that my desired ending will not happen, but I still hope for it.
Apparently, it's quite depressing. This film, I've heard.
My desired ending is that instead of like the boys saving the girl, my desired ending is that they all die, or at least Katniss dies, or at least like something like whoa, that was surprising, and it doesn't end happily.
So you haven't read the books then? This is
No.
no.
I've seen the first movie.
It's not
All
bad.
right.
It's not bad set of movies. I think it gets a bad rap for being girly.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I don't think they're bad.
I will give you a report on the next podcast on how it went.
Yeah.
And,
Creed comes out. I'm excited for Creed. That looks cool.
Yeah, I want to see that. And The Good Dinosaur comes out.
Yeah, it sure does.
I want to see that Steve Jobs one. I think at some point.
Is that out yet for you?
In the UK, it is, yeah.
Okay. It's very good. I liked it a lot.
You know, I know this is ancient technology and it doesn't exist anywhere in the world. I'm sure it exists somewhere. But there's this thing called a drive-in theater.
There's one by my house, Gabe. You want to go with me next summer?
Oh, let's go.
Let's go.
There's one like maybe 35 minutes away. You just drive up. There's
Yeah.
giant
Yeah.
billboard
Park
thing.
your
You
car,
just go park your car.
Open the trunk up.
Yeah, you put the radio on because that's how you hear
Yeah.
the audio. It's awesome.
Get some snacks. Get some bug repellent.
And this one is like they only do a double feature.
Yeah, same here.
Okay. So the upcoming, the one that starts on November 20th is Woodlawn, which is a football movie. Apparently, I've never heard of it. And The Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 2. So I might go see that.
There you go, Gabe. And can we do a live from the drive-in cast with you?
There we go, live from the drive-in. Why not?
That should be our new podcast where we just talk about movies all day.
They're so cheap. You pay $10. You can put like 4 people in your car. I'm not going to. It's just gonna be me and Lucy. But still, $10 for the car.
It's really good. It's a good deal.
Yeah.
I love it. And I'm excited for Thanksgiving is next week.
Is it?
Yes, next Thursday.
Oh,
so we will have the show up on Friday for you, so you can listen to it on your long Thanksgiving weekend after you're in your turkey coma or whatever.
Zach, we should probably talk about when we're going to record that, by the way.
Yeah, we're going to record it on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday.
Wait, I thought you were leaving.
Thanksgiving is Thursday. I'm leaving Friday.
Okay.
So I'll be here for a recording, and I will be ready to go, and we will be ready for another very good show. Thank you guys and girls for tuning in. Claire, thank you for being here.
You're welcome, Zachary.
Scott, thank you for bestowing your British benevolence on us.
No problem. Thanks for inviting me.
Stay tuned next week for my new name. I already have it in my head.
Great. Yeah, that's what people are excited for. There's no new game releases, so just stay tuned for Gabe's name announcement.
I forgot to talk about Paladins. Shit. All right,
Paladins. We'll talk about Paladins next week. So I'm going to play it this week as well, and then we can incorporate it in the show, and there won't be anything new anyways. I'm going to get some pod racing action. I'll review this new gem for you. And
I'll do something about the green thing next week. If we can record on OBS, then I can change the background to whatever I want.
Oh, cool. Gabe, you could be in Star Wars. You can be floating in space.
It's a very weird color green. It's not like a normal green.
No,
screen.
no, it's a like $10 cloth from Walmart. I didn't like go there with the like express like, oh, I need a green screen. Let me go to Walmart. That's not what happened. I was walking down one of the aisles at Walmart and I saw it. I said, hey, that looks sort of like chroma key. And so I said, I'm gonna buy this. So I bought it, and it's big. It works perfectly.
There you go.
Zero issues, and it looks like better than some people's look with like actual green screens. So I made it work. It is a weird color though. Looks like crap.
Do you celebrate Thanksgiving in the UK, Scott?
No.
Why not?
Are you aware of what Thanksgiving is?
Why aren't you thankful?
I don't know. Like, really, I not know what it is, but I don't really know why you celebrate it.
It's when
like the West End
when we landed on Plymouth Rock. It's an American thing. Indians slaughtering other people.
I thought it was to the UK actually. Like when we that's Independence Day. Sorry, ignore me.
Well, Scott, if you want to come to my house for some organic turkey and some organic foods, you're welcome here.
Okay, thank you.
I don't even have an invite, so you're special, Scott.
Yeah, it's only me and Scott. No one else, not even my family's invited.
What about the new lady friend?
Nope, she's not invited.
No one.
It's just me and you, Scott.
Fair enough.
We're gonna work out our differences between our cultures. We're gonna play.
Wait, is there differences between our cultures?
Maybe, I don't know. And Scott, we can write your wedding vows while we're here together.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Wait, is that?
Are you gonna live stream your wedding vows? Can you live stream your wedding?
I could.
Can we?
Okay.
Oh, let's do it.
Gabe, Scott, you should have a
I know
wedding.
the perfect cameraman.
Scott, you need to do a Fallout 4 wedding. You can dress your fiance up as a raider.
I don't like Fallout that
you
much.
can be in a power armor. You can have some ghouls there. Gabe, me and Gabe will come dressed as ghouls.
Oh, Zach, it will rival the wedding that I fell asleep on at PAX.
There was a PAX wedding, a Borderlands wedding. That was a great one.
It sounds really awkward from what you told me.
It was. I fell asleep constantly.
It was lovely. And you guys are lovely. This is a good show. We appreciate you being here. Hope you enjoyed. Sorry about the slight delay last week, but we're back on track now. So until next time, guys and girls, thanks again. Have a wonderful week. Whether you're celebrating Thanksgiving or not, enjoy your family. Enjoy yourself as we approach the holiday season. If you're cold or you're hot, be merry and carry forth. Until next time, we'll see you all later.